Hey, what's up, everybody? I know this is a live that was not planned or in the books. I just had some time tonight. I'm like, why the hell not? Let me go live with everybody and just see how everybody's doing. I appreciate everybody stopping by. Who's here? Sean. Oh, dude, already? What's my favorite horror franchise? Man, you're quick to the draw, as they say. Sean, well, thanks a lot. My favorite horror franchise, I'd have to say right now. Ooh, nostalgia wise, I'd have to say Halloween. Of course. Do the movies hold up? Probably not, but it's got the nostalgic pull on me. I think I like the Freddy franchise as well. But I have to go with Halloween. That's what my gut is telling me right now. My least favorite is probably Cody's gonna kill me, but Child's Play. That's an all right one. That's an okay. Hey, what's up, everybody? I know this live, like I said, totally not planned at all, really. And I had spoken with CP, and I'm like, hey, you guys up for a quick live? I have nothing on the agenda, nothing to talk about. But if you guys want to join in, you're more than welcome to. So they may or may not come. I don't know. But yeah, I just wanted to talk to everybody, see what's up again. Thanks for the super chat, Sean. I really do appreciate that. What is up, Matthew? JDev TV, what's up? Daniel, what's up? Hey, my man. How's it going? MC Militia. This gentleman, he actually follows me on TikTok as well. He was on one of my lives, a couple weeks ago. He actually said hello, formally said hello, and said some nice things. So it was nice to meet you virtually, sir. So pleasure to meet you. But yeah, you know what? I guess I do want to talk about something real quick because I've noticed something as I've been recording my lives. No, not my lives. I've been recording my reviews lately. I did the Rocky review, I did the Harrison Ford review, and a few others. And I guess I wanted to talk about it publicly, just to kind of let you guys know where I'm coming from, because I've been very emotional lately on my videos. Like I'm talking about the movies, and I get emotional, and I get teary eyed. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with me, dude? I never get. I'm emotional. I'm an emotional guy. I'm a passionate guy, but I'm never that emotional. And I just had to step back and like, what's going on? I love movies with a passion. But it honestly, and I hate to be, I'm getting kind of real. I know we went from Child's Play to what I'm talking about now. And, but honestly, it's my dad. He passed away last summer. And he was the one who introduced me to movies. My first movie I remember with him was Flash Gordon. And Flash Gordon is one of my all time favorite movies. And it's because of him I love movies. And I remember he and I used to talk about movies all the time. And I love that. And I remember I would take him to the movies. The last movie I think I took him to was Joker. He loved it. I remember taking him to see Star Wars, the Force Awakens. Back before Disney just ruined the fuck out of the Disney Star Wars franchise. So I did love the Force Awakens. So I remember taking him to the movies. It was me, my son, and my dad. So like, hey, we have three generations seen Star Wars, and he was the one who took me to see Star Wars. So my dad is really my everything when it came to movies. And I just noticed when I'm talking about movies, I'm getting real animated and passionate about it. I get emotional. I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why is that happening? And after thinking about it, it's because of my dad. So again, I know that's not the norm for most YouTubers to kind of say out loud or to admit, and I don't care. I'm very open about everything. I mean, just go to my TikTok page and you'll see more on that. But yeah, man. So if you see my videos and you see me kind of get glossy eyed and emotional, it's because I miss talking about movies with my dad, and I know that that'll never happen again. So it just kind of sucks. So again, as a YouTuber, I'm very vulnerable. My life's open page, and my passion is more or less has taken me to where I'm at now. So if you see me getting emotional on any video, just let it happen. At this point, I'm not going to fight it. Eventually, it'll pass in time. But if you see me, get my voice getting kind of cracky or anything like that, just you'll know where it's coming from. So I just wanted to say that out loud because I even sent my Rocky rankings to my fiance, my love witch, and I go, "Why the hell am I getting so emotional?" She goes, "Maybe it's because your dad." And we started talking about that, and I think it was. I know it was. So again, I just kind of want to let everybody know about that, and just to kind of be open about it. So hope you can appreciate that. Let's see, Guadalupe Martinez. I'm glad I caught this live right away. Yeah, like I said, it's an open page. If you guys want to talk about whatever, just let me know. I am totally down for whatever. Obvious, as I just brought up my dad. Let's see, just dropped a sub. Thank you. A View with Drew. Hey, I like that. That's a cool name, man. Least favorite child's play. I think you may look for a new friend. Hey, we all grew up with something. One of my favorite movies is Flash Gordon. And if anybody saw it today, it's incredibly corny, right? No one's gonna like it. It's like, what, do you like this crap? I'm like, well, yeah, it has nostalgia pulls to the heart. So, and Cody and I have talked about a lot of things, and I think he did mention that's one of his favorite, one of the first movies he saw with his dad, I believe. I could be wrong, but again, he totally understands where I'm coming from, and I've shared some of my feelings with the loss of my dad with him as well. And again, I know this is totally not what you may be expecting, like Scream rankings or something like that. No, this guy's talking about his dad right now, but it's on my mind, and it has been, and I just want everybody to know it. Rudy has been the realest person I've ever fought. Wow, thank you, man. Thank you for the kind words. Support you too, dude. That means a lot, man. Thank you. And he's from San Antonio as well. What's up, man? That's awesome, man. Meme City, Rudy. What's up, man? Good to see you. Same for me. Movies and games were the only things I could connect with my father. Yeah, absolutely. I remember, you remember when you're younger, you kind of hated the old black and white movies. You thought they were boring. But over the past 15 years, I would go to his house and he would always watch I think it's called the Movie Channel or the American Classic Channel. And there was always these Westerns on with John Wayne and or Gunsmoke or Rawhide. And I would watch him. I would watch these movies with him. And I would always hey, yeah, I didn't notice this direction. I mean, it's beautiful. These old movies are beautiful. I mean, some of the sets, you can tell they're on soundstage, but then they're out there like in Utah or Arizona out filming. Some of those backdrops are so beautiful. The Ten Commandments by Cecil B. DeMille is one of my favorite movies because of him and my mom. I used to watch that every Easter, and you watch that now from a filmmaking standpoint to have all those extras kind of building those sets in the background. Now the building the pyramids, that's impressive filmmaking. So it's like you see it with an older eye and you appreciate it more. So I was like, yeah, I appreciate it now as an adult. And I talked to him about acting in the old movies. What are his favorite movies? His favorite movies were The Godfather. So we always watch that. And that's my Chihuahua. So bear with me here. Yeah, but it's yeah, other things like what else did we watch? I learned John Wayne. I found out he died of cancer, and it's because I don't know what studio sent him out to a desert to film a movie, but this desert was so cheap. The reason the desert was cheap for the renting was because they tested nukes on there, so the radiation was super high. So half the crew and John Wayne got cancer, and they all died like 5, 6 years later. Isn't that something? I didn't know about that. Like that's insane. So I learned a lot from Turner Classics. Yeah, that's what it was. What's up, H Town? What's up? You know what's funny? Houston's one of my biggest demographics when it comes to TikTok. Houston's my #1 city in the entire world. Pretty crazy. It's Go Spurs. The power of cinema is crazy. It's how I found you, Cody and CP. Seeing y'all keeps me going. Hey, man, it's when I was going through my divorce back in 2016. It was movies that actually saved me in a way. Like whenever I felt down or depressed, I would always put in Mel Brooks movies. Like I can put in Spaceballs anytime. I don't care what time it is, any time of the year, but I can put in Spaceballs and just crack up. To this day, I've seen it a billion times. But Spaceballs and Airplane are my favorite comedies. And I don't know if that comedy would work nowadays because it's so dry. And some people say that's racist when it really isn't. But I love those types of comedies. They crack me up all the time. Hey, Ghost Mysteries, what's up? Hey, man, if you got a channel, I need to check that out. I like ghost stories as well. You need to get emotional. You need to get emotional and get emotional. Thank you, JDev TV. Appreciate that, man. What do you think of Dead Meat? Is that the YouTube channel or film? Not sure. Question: what's a movie you feel gets bashed for the dumbest reason? Well, recently, I'll say Man of Steel. I'm a big. I always bash on the MCU, but I do like the first 2 or 3 phases up until Endgame of MCU. But after that, it's trash in my opinion. But the one I feel like gets the most gets bashed is like Batman versus Superman or Man of Steel because yes, the tone was different. Yes, it was more serious. It wasn't like a joke after every other second. There was real human dilemmas going on where people were getting killed, and there wasn't a joke after the fact. The tone was dark, and I remember people were saying, "Well, this is not fun. This is not family fun. It was boring and moody." I'm like, well, the material's boring, not boring, but the material's moody. You wouldn't expect a joke. And I remember the criticisms Man of Steel got when the fight sequence at the end, when he had Superman, who really was just Superman for a day. He didn't know who he was or how to control his powers, fighting Zod and destroying half of Metropolis. I remember people saying that was not Superman and therefore it's a shit movie. I'm like, no, he just became Superman. He was forced out of hiding by Zod. He was given an ultimatum. He didn't want to come forward because of what his dad had told him. And he didn't train yet. He barely knew how to fly. So those criticisms I feel are weak and are just in a way tribal, because I know a lot of people love the MCU, and again, and that's just how we are nowadays. You either love this or you hate that. It's you're with us or you're against us. I think it's complete crap. I really think you can love both. You really can. There's two different types of audiences, but you can love both. But I truthfully feel Man of Steel was bombarded with too much hate when it was initially released. And it's funny, as of now, I'm seeing internet traffic slowly appreciating it. And people have like grown fond of it, like, oh, this is actually not as bad as I thought. So there you go. Great question. Let's see. I already answered that. Let's hear your Scream rankings. You want to hear those right now? Oh my God. Let me get I haven't seen the latest one. I don't think I'm going to see it yet. Unless CP's uncle can, help me out with that. I don't know, but let's see. Scream. I'll give you the Scream rankings right now. Let me just look up Scream films. To be fair, since you guys, I said open forum. So I'm only going to rank 1 through 5. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. What do we have here? Okay. I'm going to say, I guess I'm going to start from my favorite down the list. Okay. So I'm going to start from my favorite. My favorite is the original Scream, Part 1, 1996, because again, it was very meta, and I loved Wes Craven at the time. And when I saw New Nightmare and then Scream, I'm like, oh, this is 2 years after the fact. So it looked like Wes Craven was more or less in the early stages of coming up with an idea of a meta film. Hence, what we got in New Nightmare. Then we see Scream, and I'm like, oh, this is what he was kind of working towards. So Scream's my favorite. It's the first meta horror movie. And I felt as a Gen Xer when we were watching it at the theater, like, hey, this is us. They're talking about us. This is like how we talk when we're watching movies, like I'll be back and all the tropes, all that stuff. Don't have sex, things like that. So I felt the original Scream was, it still is my favorites. My second has to be, we got a guest. Holy crap. We have a guest. I didn't think he'd make it.
I told you 5 to 10 minutes. I wasn't kidding.
But you're full of shit.
That is also true.
I didn't believe a word you said.
Okay, that's fair. Fair.
Hey, everybody, this is CP. You know who he is.
Of Will Iskredia.
Of Will Iskredia, yes. I can never pronounce that name, man. I say Wikipedia.
What is it when you push a bunch of words together?
I don't know.
There's a word for it. My channel used to be Will I Like It, so WILI. And Discrete Media, I squished those words, took the Willie from Will I Like It, Discrete Media, and made Will Iskredia.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. And that was one of the questions they were asking in the chat.
Bullshit.
Well, hold on. I'm doing my Scream ranking, so hold up. You throw me off. So Scream is my number 1. Part 2, not part 2. My second one would have to be Scream 4. I love Scream 4. Scream 4 is probably my favorite. So Scream 4 is number 2.
Dark horse.
Number 3 is Scream 2. Number 4 is let's see, Scream 3. That's the one with Jay and Silent Bob show up on the lot. I thought that was pretty dumb.
Yeah, 3 was kind of
weird. Silent Bob, look, it's that Connie Chung chick. It's like so stupid. Okay, that's very meta. And then the last is Scream 5. Who is that a
picture with? I apologize.
Who's that one
now? I'm trying to figure out that's a book signing. I can tell that much. I just can't tell who the picture is.
All right. So
sorry.
That's okay. I'm just gonna put my rankings here on the. Let's see. I said 1, 4, 2, 3, and then 5. I haven't seen 6 yet, so I'll plan on seeing 6 like soon. Very, very, very soon.
I have 6. One more time. 1, 4, 2, 3, 5.
That's my rankings for Scream.
Swap 5 and 3 and put 6 after 5, and we have the same rank.
You lost me already.
We have the same top 3.
That's all that matters. That's all that matters. Let's see here. So yeah, there's my rankings, man. Let's see. Let's go back here. What do you think of the Snyder could announce?
Man, I gotta go.
just in time, CP. It's funny when I saw that tweet. More than the special guest, I sent it directly to Cody and CP early in the morning. Like it's gonna happen. It's gonna fucking happen,
dude.
Full circle, baby.
In our private chat, it comes up during live streams.
Exactly. So we're on my channel now, so we're gonna talk about this.
Yeah,
for 3 hours.
I get it.
We're gonna speculate for 3 hours.
Cody made me pee in the bathroom instead of the floor, so I know how it is when you go to somebody else's place.
Get comfortable, relax. Okay, what do I think? Like I told CP, it's not going to be the completion of the Justice. It's the Snyderverse is dead. Okay, it's dead, but the possibility of him completing Justice League 1 and 2 and 3, like I think there's 2 movies left in his story, it's still out there. And even James Gunn, he kind of threw a hint, in my opinion, when he said, we're going to treat the Joker films as Elseworld DC, which is perfect because DC has, that alternative universe called Elseworlds. So maybe there's a possibility, maybe a small possibility that Justice League 2 and 3 is going to be completed in the Elseworlds chapter of DC. I think that would be pretty fucking cool. But what I think more than likely what's going to happen, it's either going to be, they're going to announce like, hey, we are going to release Justice League 2 and 3, but it's going to be like in an anime, like a Warner Brothers animation piece, which, I'll be like, okay, that's fine. I'm not going to be too excited about it, even though I do love the animation films. They're pretty badass. Or it's going to be like in a comic book form. That's about it. I don't think, or it's going to be maybe released in theaters for like a couple weekends as for a theatrical run in IMAX. It's going to be one of those, but I'm not expecting like a lot of, I'm not expecting to hear that, hey, I'm going to get a chance to complete 2 or 3. We sold it to Netflix just like you guys asked. And, here we are. And what do you think, CP? What are your thoughts? I know you don't give a shit, but what do you think?
If there's comic movie fatigue, I'm asleep. I'm in a coma. Sean threw up a super chat. You missed it, he said.
Oh, I did. I'm sorry. Your arrival kind of threw me off.
Yeah, I know. I do that to everybody.
Okay. We'll talk about that in a bit after CP. Again, Sean, thank you. We'll talk about how we met, but what were you saying, CP?
Euros. Oh, no. It's funny, Ant-Man and the Wasp. Listen, I have nothing invested in the discussion, to be completely honest with you.
Okay.
I went into the Avengers movies being like, this better be something, because you led up to it for what, a decade, and I was geeked out for Infinity War and actually excited for Endgame. And Endgame, I thought, was a perfect way to end things, like literally Endgame, like give yourself 5 years and just, but they just keep going and going and going and going. And it if you were 10 when Iron Man came out, you are now what, 26?
At least 20, yeah.
Yeah, you're early 20s. You're like, dude, I'm into sex and
chicks.
Stuff now, not comics. chicks, dude, chicks.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm in a coma when it comes to that Snyderverse thing. I mean, like, there's so much weird shit behind it too. Like, again, all fandoms, the loudest are such poor representations on both sides. Like on the positive side and the negative side, because the positive side, nobody wants to hear that, their precious 15th sequel could not be the greatest thing ever. And on the negative side, like, you have people like, like just being really, really nasty about fiction. That's fiction, guys. Just relax.
Yeah, I get it. And you know what? I do feel the frustrations because, again, we just wanted the completed story. And again, I don't blame Zach or is that my dog? Yes, it is my dog. I it was Warner Brothers leadership that really just ruined everything and
Oh,
got in the way when it came to
they rushed.
Suicide Squad. I would love to see the Air cut because I do love David Ayer movies. I love Fury, and I
Oh,
love what's that movie with Jake Gyllenhaal where he was a cop, Midnight Watch or something like that.
well,
Uh,
Warner's just like I think uh, Warner is like the if you know video games, Warner is like the modern day Sega, where they're just trying to do whatever seems hot.
I got
Like,
that reference. Yeah.
well, they like pumped out the 32X, the Dreamcast, like just fuck anything. This
The
has got to be the
CD.
thing. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
The
yeah. Sega
Saturn.
CD. Yeah, the Saturn. How could I forget that sandwich right in the middle? Like they
Yep.
were just throwing shit out. Like here's a new console. It's like, dude, how about you make some content for this?
Yeah.
um, but Warner, like having a trailer house edit your film. I mean, listen,
Mm,
the 2016 Suicide Squad, 2017, 2015
I think is what
Suicide
it was.
Squad,
Yeah. Hmm.
somewhere in there. I know I was getting separated at the time. Uh, it
Wow.
the trailer's great.
Hmm.
That's all I have to say about that. I don't know if I would
Yeah.
trust them to do an entire film, and it shows because
Yeah.
it's very like TikTok generation-y. Like
Hmm.
fuck three act structure, fuck tradition. We're just gonna boom flashing lights and the when they on the if you have the Blu-ray, the extended scene in the bar,
Is it
like
worth it?
yeah, like if you watch it, you're like, why didn't you leave this whole thing in there? Like they're actually bonding and
Hmm.
forming some sort of relationship that will give you stakes and just fuck. Just why did you cut that so hard?
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe they're trying to shoot for that Marvel audience. I
Yeah,
remember seeing it and I walked out. I'm like, oh, that was okay. It could have been better. It wasn't trash, but it was okay. I mean, and keep in mind, I grew up in the '90s where we had Dolph Lundgren as a Punisher, and the
that was
Phantom.
the 80s.
Well, that was '89. Okay, early
Yeah.
'90s, '89. So I mean, that's what in the Captain America movies with like that were distributed by Canon. You know,
Oof.
like we're talking shit movies. So I grew up with shit. The made for TV Hulk movies, and those are the best things ever. So I'm not going to complain about editing. I'm just going to go and just like, yeah, we'll see
Well,
how it is.
well, I mean, listen, when Christopher Nolan comes and says, "Hey, remember Batman on ice skates?" Well, fuck that. I'm gonna do it like legit and knocks it out of the park. Like, even if you want to say that Dark Knight Rises isn't as good as the first two, so like
Yeah,
those are two of perhaps the best comic book movies ever.
ever. Yeah,
Um,
I love
I mean, yeah,
Rises.
yeah, I do too. I think they punted a little bit with Bane. Uh, but Nolan is like nobody ever really gives him credit for making everything possible as far as the
Yeah.
modern day, because Iron Man came out shortly after that.
Hmm.
And
They both came
meanwhile,
out in '08, I think.
oh,
Right?
Dark Knight. Dark
Yeah,
Knight,
Dark
that's
Knight
right.
and
You're right.
Iron Man, the Hulk, and Dark Knight all came out that one year.
Okay, so I was thinking Batman Begins. Batman Begins was going up against like Fantastic Four, like whatever the
Yeah,
hell
that was
Fox was trying to
'04,
do at the
'05 or
time.
something like that.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I have my math. See, another reason why I shouldn't be talking about comic movies.
Oh,
But
well, anyway, but
if it's good, it's good. I do come around. I mean, I liked Thor for the exact reason everybody hates Thor. It had such a fuck it attitude to it, where I was like,
yeah.
yeah, fuck it. Except Christian Bale's. Nobody told him it was a fuck it movie. Poor bastard's acting like a real villain.
I'm gonna ask everybody here in the chat if you don't mind. Can you share the live just randomly on either Facebook or Twitter or something like that? Because I know this was a last minute thing. I didn't plan on going live. There's a huge thunderstorm where tornadoes and hail coming to San Antonio. It'll be here around midnight, and I'm like, I was just in one of those moods. I'm like, well, let me just go live and just chit chat a little
Just in
bit,
case you get sucked up
just in
and go
case my
to
house is destroyed and all that. Yeah. So
Kansas.
the last live ever. Right?
The Last
Eh,
of Us.
The
The
last.
Live of Us.
So, okay, Sean, to your question here, how did you meet Cody and CP? Okay, it's a long romantic story, but in a sense, I started YouTube in 2016. So as you put yourself out there, you start to network and start to see other people. There's Zach Pope, there's Sean, there's a few other channels that have come and went, and I saw Cody, and I saw him, but I never reached out to him. I knew of him, but I didn't reach out to him. I didn't want to be that one channel because I think at the time he had like maybe 45, maybe 35,000 subscribers, and I was like at 1,000. And I never wanted to be that guy who had 500 subs to reach out to those channels and say, "Hey, let's collab." I hadn't found my voice yet. I didn't know who I was yet, and I didn't know, how he was, So I wanted to at least offer something if there was ever a collaboration. So years went by, but again, through Twitter conversations, I remember we started having things in common. Like whenever I shared like a Metal Gear Solid video, or if anything Metal Gear related came up, I saw him in the chat and I liked his comment, and vice versa. And then I kind of found out that we both love Metal Gear. And then Resident Evil chats on Twitter, things like that. So, we just kind of like, hey, liked your comment. Hey, I totally love Resident Evil 2. Yeah, the movie sucked. And out of the blue, I did a Metal Gear review retrospect on my channel, and I consider it one of my best videos ever. So if you're new to my channel and you want to see something I did 3-4 years ago, search my Metal Gear retrospective that I did. It's one of my favorites. A lot of passion went into it. And so I sent it to him. I'll go, "Hey, I know you love Metal Gear. Check it out if you got a chance. We'll go from there." So then he saw it, and then we started chit chatting about video games. And then he hit Resident Evil, which one with the big booby woman? Resident Evil 8 came out, and he asked me to do a collaboration. I'm like, "Fuck yeah, sure, why not?" So, and I hadn't done a video in months. I'm like, "Yeah, let's do it." So we started talking, and we just kind of hit it off just through chat. I mean, he's a grown ass man like I am. We both have kids. We're not into this like stupid shit. We're very responsible. We take things seriously. What we do, our craft and everything, and we're both good parents and etc. So we started collabing that way, and I appreciated it because this was one of the first YouTubers I had known, other than Sean, who, because CP, you know how that goes. Whenever you're a small channel and these big channels, they tend to look down on you. Like, "I'm not gonna fucking give you any time. Get away, you peasants." There's some channels like that.
Well, I'll give the cynic perspective of how
Mhm.
you guys hooked up. One of you's popular on TikTok and one of you's popular on YouTube, and you figured, let's crossbreed and bring both of our respective numbers up.
Uh,
That's a cynical way to look at it.
that is a very cynical way, but we had already collaborated
No,
like a year and a
yeah.
half before TikTok ever happened. So
People say that though, right?
if they do, let them. I don't give a fuck. Let them.
I do. I started that rumor.
You son of a bitch. No, but yeah, that was
And
like
then
a
they
year
got
and a
the
half.
CP involved, whatever the fuck that guy's about.
Yeah, and then let's get to CP. So then we started collaborating. Cody and I did a couple like top 10 horror movies. And he kept mentioning how funny this one guy was, and like, who? And then he said his name was Brian. No, I'm
What?
just kidding. He said CP.
That sounds more accurate, yes.
And then I met him through Cody. I don't know. I don't know, when did we first meet? Do you know? Like, was it a live
been about-
collab?
It's been a while. It's been at least
More than
a
a
year
year
and a half or so. I think when I met you, I was at my apartment. So it's been at least a year, because this is March. This is a year that I've been here.
Yeah. I don't know. Anyway, so
But yeah, it just it was one of those things where, like, I'd prefer not to talk about how I met Cody, because that was kind of a
that's a
package deal.
long-winded
Yeah.
story. Yeah.
So I was like kind of like the kid from the divorce in the relationship, and I got I got I know you have this live set up, but I got the kid this weekend, so that explains why I showed up. And
Yeah.
from
okay.
there, I think we borrowed each other. I think I had you on like, I think I had you on something that I did
We
live,
borrowed
and
each
then-
other?
yeah
We exploited each other
Yeah.
for gain. Yeah. Okay.
yeah, because Cody commented in both of our chats respectively, "Don't steal my side bitch," and it was like,
Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm not
And I'm like,
stealing, I'm just borrowing.
I know. I got plenty of side bitches. I don't need
Share.
one.
I don't
So-
need one.
I don't need one. I'm a. You think I was a one woman man? Come on.
I don't
Anyway,
have a side. I have a circle.
I have a stable. Come on. But what was I saying? No, so that's how we met, and then CP and I, we kind of hit it off. I loved his humor, and we kind of like we bantered. I know he's a comedic genius, a very cerebral genius. So we kind of just hit it off through there, and like we now we have a chat, our chat group, like all three of us has been going on for what, year and a half. It's
Yeah.
been going on a while.
Yeah, not much. Not. I mean, yeah. The thing about like what people don't know about like YouTube is if you spend time with somebody before or after a stream and you want to stay, you're gonna hit it off. And there are times where it's just like, all right, well, and if you stream for like long periods of time, longer than like half an hour, like if you do a half an hour stream and right after that the person's like, all right, I gotta go. It's like, oh, okay, so
Yeah,
this is just a
this
business thing.
business.
Yeah. But when you do like a 2.5, 3 hour stream and you still stick around for a little bit afterwards, and that, you know, that's the beginning of a YouTube friendship.
Yep.
And I fuck every person I genuinely care about, I've met on YouTube. So
Hmm.
this is my Tinder.
Hey,
It just
yeah.
goes by a different name. Oh, like literally, my wife I met on YouTube.
Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't.
Yeah,
You really did
Emily.
check you out. You playa.
Yeah, yeah.
Wow.
I went the Rudy route, actually. I interviewed Emily, and then I was like, and all right, last question. What are you doing Friday? What's up?
Guess what? You're meeting me at 7 o'clock here. So you be assertive. They like the assertiveness. That's what I did. Like, oh man, are you like a man with confidence? I
Yeah.
love that.
I pulled a Chasing Amy too, because at the time she only identified as gay.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you were Ben Affleck in that movie.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. I love that movie. That's a great one. That's a great one.
Except my wife has yet to be called finger cuffs, so
That you know of. Oh God. But yeah, so that's a story how we met. And
wow, MC, take it easy with those. I don't like compliments like that.
oh come on, you are an editing
Take it
god. Everybody
easy.
loves your 4-minute intros. Come on.
Cody hates them. The problem is, so here's the deal. It's an ongoing thing. Like when an idea comes, I start it, and sometimes I'll have like 80% of it done, and I can't, like, I have a Sophie's choice about it where it's like, oh, but they're both kind of good. I'll just put them both in. Fuck it, because I don't know about you, when you go like have a scheduled stream,
Mhm.
people don't roll in immediately.
Yeah, yeah. They
So
takes time.
for notification's sake, I don't mind getting mocked. And, after the fact, I probably trim some of that down to like as close to showtime as possible. But if you're there live, you're you have a couple of minutes before you're gonna see the show. But uh
Mhm.
I worked my ass off on whatever the fuck it is you're looking at beforehand.
Mhm. I know you did because I know how you are. Again, I think you and I are
Yeah,
very
we're the
alike.
same. We are very, very much the same.
Yep.
If
When it
it's
comes
not
to
good enough, it's
editing,
not going on the screen.
yeah, and like I said, I've infamously said that there's been videos where I was 98% done and I just didn't like my energy. I'm like, fuck it. I just trashed it, which, in hindsight, I should have uploaded it there because I think I am my own worst enemy when it comes to production. I
Yeah.
get to, as they call, analysis paralysis, and I just shut down. And
Oh,
then with my
yeah, yeah.
ADHD, forget it, dude. I'm like, I implode inside.
Dude, I for the first time in a very long time put up a video that I had no confidence in.
Okay.
My 33 on 31 video was just it was late because I was in the hospital again. Uh
Jesus again.
and I had issues surrounding everything around the recording. And then to get it to work without reshooting, I had to put it out with awful audio. And rather than hold up the rest of the autop stream guys, I just put it out there, and I'm just not. It's to the point where I'm thinking of redoing it and asking Cody to take the other one down and put that in the
Mm-hmm.
playlist. But yeah, We're very much alike. If it doesn't pass our own personal quality testing, it's not going.
Yeah, I've got to let go of that in order for me to continue to grow here.
Right,
I really
right.
do. So I'm
Because
on
the
a
algorithm hates just fucking lagging
no,
and
you can't. Yeah.
dilly dallying. Oh,
So
cheers, deadheaded,
cheers.
a hot one.
Okay,
Sorry.
here's my water. Um, let's see. I have a comment here. Yo, when did Rudy and who?
I
Billy?
Blippy. That's a joke against me.
Oh, that's a nickname for you. Okay.
No, apparently there's a somebody on either YouTube or TV called Blippy, and they match their shirt and hat.
Oh, okay. Well then, yeah. I'll
And
laugh out loud. Oh, it was a
yeah,
joke. It was a joke. Okay, got it.
yeah,
Got
yeah. We're good. It's
Yeah.
fine. Hasn't been the first time I've heard it.
That was a
Won't be the
joke.
last.
Let's get back to this real quick. Sorry to bring this. Did you think?
Ugh. Why did you
No.
call it that?
What's MC? What's that? I don't know.
He's quoting fucking the anti-woke by calling it MCU.
Oh, will redeem Hulk and Banner Future Project. No, I've lost complete faith in that, and that's one of my viral videos that I made about my love for the Incredible Hulk. You can check it out. I have it pinned as my #1 video. 250K views, man. I got like 4,000 subs from that one video. They never came back. Anyway, but that video, yeah, I expressed my love for the Hulk and how I love the Incredible Hulk from 2008. I think it's one of the best MCU films out there, and I always look at people's rankings. It's always at the bottom, and I always wondered why. The tone is perfect. I love how the Hulk's portrayed. I love Edward Norton as the Hulk. I absolutely love that. So I don't know. I don't know
I've
why
heard
people don't
Edward
like it.
Norton's a bit much to work with, is what I've heard. You have a dog?
Yeah, it's a Chihuahua. Hold up.
Okay.
I don't know. Excuse me one second. Maybe someone
Okay.
broke in my house. Hold up.
Yes,
do
I'll field the chat. A lot of familiar faces. J Deb, Troy, MC, Deadhead. Obviously, it's not a nice cold one. It's coffee, and I got this at the airport. This is I got to spend time with Cody, and all I got was his silly mug token. I'm walking around Target here in y'all, and I was looking down, and I almost broke a bunch of candles. Yeah, fuck those candles. I saw it's a very, very great video. Yeah, I'm sure you're referring the Hulk video that Rudy was referencing, and yes, it's funny what somebody who puts time, like genuine time and effort into a project, what can happen if you have like vision and you're not just well, some people say they work hard and they don't really work hard, like just running around and not stealing, but like using clips from movies and then just doing a voiceover. That's not hard. If you have something in mind with bullet points and a script and so on and so forth, like my wife, as far as pre-production is concerned, I don't know anybody that works harder than Emily, and it shows because she rarely gets content out. And it was at the point where I was like, all right, you're going to be my co-writer. You give me the spine and I'm going to fill it out. And so the last like 3 or 4 who would like that, which is the series that I can't run away from because it's just way too popular on my channel. She's been the co-writer for, and I've gotten her solid structure, and I've been able to take my silly comedian jabs here and there, and it's been a nice flow. You all set?
Yeah,
You
I'm all
good?
set. Yeah, it was just, my son's playing basketball outside, so my dog,
Oh,
he's freaking out like a little fucker.
your dog's taking it to the house?
Yeah.
The
Exactly.
dog house? Oh, dad jokes. What's up?
Whoa!
Bitches leave.
There you
You need that a little bit louder.
Okay, let me just do that.
Bitches leave.
Yeah.
go.
Yeah, there you go.
Lying bitch.
There you go.
Cody, No, you're not Cody. You're Rudy.
I'm not Cody. I am Rudy.
I had the last 2 letters right.
Hey, there you go.
Is it cold in New York? Yes, it's freezing. It was hot in Georgia when I was there, and it's cold in New York when I came back. I was like, the extremes just follow me. Rudy, I don't know how important it is to you, but I want you to know that I just sent an email out this morning,
Okay.
and as far as thumbnails in the near future is concerned on my channel, if you are going to be guesting on my channel, you will have yourself cartoonized.
Oh, finally.
Finally, he says.
Finally,
Not
I've
thank
made it.
you.
I've made it.
Yeah, you're a regular. You're getting your own cartoon.
Okay. I hope he's slim and attractive, and just you have
I
my
used your root advice. So whatever you used for your root advice picture, like
Okay.
that appeared to be good enough for you. So I sent it and said, here it is.
It'd be funny, right? It'd be all racist. It's me in a sombrero and one of those curly mustaches in
my
a poncho. This son of a bitch.
Just a fucking joint hanging out of the mouth.
Wow, CP, thanks. You really captured my likeness there.
I sound just like Cheech Marin. Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, I saw the troll in the chat. Guadalupe. I already blocked him. I don't know how that.
Do you have mods in the chat?
I don't have mods. I don't know how to create a mod.
If you click the 3 dots next to their name.
Oh, you want to be a mod? Leave a comment.
Hold on.
Anybody want to be a mod? Let's see.
Well, make sure you recognize their name and they're like a regular / responsible.
Okay. I'm gonna add. Okay, Militia, you're a mod now, and CP, if you make a
Oh,
comment.
I am a mod. Here, look
Oh,
at
you
that.
already won. Okay, good.
All right, so I
Very
can juggle.
Yeah.
I can juggle chainsaws and chew gum at the same time, but I'm all out of gum.
Yeah, I get that. I get that reference. Hey, you know what I was talking about earlier, man? I'll share it with you. I don't know if you caught the live at the beginning. I've been recording a lot of videos, and I've been getting emotional, like almost crying on a few of them. It started with well, that's the thing. It started with the Harrison Ford video when the Indiana Jones movie reaction. I was crying like a fucking baby at the end. I didn't know what it was, but it ends up it's my dad, dude. I miss him, and he was the one who introduced me to movies. Like it was Flash Gordon. He always took me to the movies. He introduced me to Star Wars. So my love for movies is because of him. And it's weird because since his passing last summer, I just find myself, I'm talking about it. I'm passionate about it. And I can't talk to him about those movies anymore. So I just get emotional because we both loved films. So if you watch my latest few videos, I was like getting emotional and I'm sending it to my girlfriend. She's like, you're really emotional lately. I'm like, I know. I don't know what the fuck, why. And it's like, I just miss him, dude. It sucks. Especially when you if you love anything, and if a loved one introduced you to that material, then they're gone and you can't talk to them about it anymore. It really sucks, dude.
Yeah, I'm coming up on 10
fucking
years.
Sucks, man.
Yeah.
Anyway, and that you missed that part. I'm sorry to be a downer here.
No, it's all right. I get it. I get it. Somebody told me to watch the Robert Downey Jr. movie where his father was a judge.
Oh, the judge? No, I can't see that. Nope. Nope.
And I foolishly did, and I was like, dude, what the fuck? Why did you recommend that to me?
No.
And that came out like fairly soon after I lost my father. It's just like, the fuck?
There was this other movie that just recently came out that I shouldn't have seen it because my dad hadn't passed away yet, but Anthony Hopkins won an Oscar for it. He played a man with dementia.
Oh. Yeah, I can't.
Yeah.
That's the thing that freaks me out too, because I don't know if you know this. I was diagnosed with Lewy body dementia, which I haven't gotten a second opinion on. So there's a chance I don't. Well, both my grandparents died of on my father's side. They died of Alzheimer's. So it's not. It seems like chances are I've got it.
Oh my god.
So I just don't want to. I just. Hey, Cody, what kind of asshole would was it you? Did Cody recommend The Judge to me? And I just kind of
Cody wouldn't see a movie like The Judge. There's no killer dolls in it or like a fucking I don't know, murder or I don't know what the fuck. But yeah, The Judge I've seen it a long time ago. And I loved Willie Nelson's cover of Coldplay's "The
I-
Scientist" at the end. Remember that? I don't know. Anyway, Willie Nelson did a cover of Coldplay's "The Scientist" for the last credit piece, but I can't watch that. But The Father is the name of the movie, the Anthony Hopkins movie that came out where he's got dementia, and it's dude, I couldn't see it. What's going on here?
Fucking.
Is this
Cody.
really him or is
Yeah,
this another?
that's really him.
Okay.
Keep reading it. It's just
Oh, your daughter
it's
was
dark.
just killed by yeah. Yeah. Cody's doing dishes right now. He can't come. He's here in spirit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man.
Yeah.
So
I can confirm Cody is the hardest working man on YouTube. Period. Just period. I got yelled at.
who was the
I
hardest-
felt like a kid in his house.
who was the
Shit. I'll put the dishes away. Shit.
No, I didn't recommend it. It's a good movie, but what a dick movie. Yeah, it's a great movie. It's a
Which-
great movie.
Which reminds me, Cody, I left the bed unkempt and I apologize because I never went to sleep that night. So I'm an asshole. I left the bed that he blew up for me. I was on an air mattress and I didn't clean up after myself. I left it.
Did you wet it?
No. I mean, like it wasn't like I didn't fold up the blanket and make it
yeah.
nice and neat.
I couldn't sleep on an air mattress. It hurt my back. I can't do that.
You know what? It's funny. I would say the same thing because I had spinal surgery, but because of the air, like I was able to, if I could shift, I was able to be comfortable for half an hour and then shift and be comfortable for half an hour and then shift and
Okay.
Lincoln Park, sure.
Yeah, I do. One of my favorite CDs I had, I think it was them live in Houston or somewhere live in Texas. It's one of my favorite CDs that I play, but it's one of my favorite workout tracks to play. Yeah. I saw them twice when they were around here in Texas. So yeah, they sound great live, man. One of the best live bands ever. Yeah, hell yeah. Let's see, Rudy CP. What are some of your biggest pet peeves or biggest pet? I have a Chihuahua.
I have none.
Yeah. I hope you meant maybe.
Shit. That's right. I did spill soda on his fucking bed. That's right.
God damn it. You're never coming to my house, dude.
Well, you know what? my fucking $2,500 laptop was right next to it. So, I mean, we both would have been crying if it was severe.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I was alone. I'm leaving another culprit out of it. So,
Rudy, have you played the RE4 Mad Chainsaw demo? Yes, I have. It could possibly dethrone RE2 remake, I think. Possibly, yes.
He means Resident Evil.
I know that. See, I'm hip to the drive when it comes to video game jargon and things like that. But anyway, yeah, I did download it. I played it. It was pretty cool. The mechanics of it, I have to get used to it, but I did love it. I love the graphics. I love the new mechanics and the new is it the parlay moves where you can block. I saw some demos. I can't wait to play it, man. So that one comes out next week, which will be fun. In that next week, I'm getting my vasectomy, so I get to sit on my ass and just play games and just heal from swollen nuts.
Cheating. Wait,
What?
That doesn't fit there.
So yeah, I played it. Right now, I'm playing Dead Space. Dead Space, I finally got the hang of it. I am on chapter 7, and I believe there's 12 chapters. So yes, Dead Space, I got the hang of the kinesis and the magnet and all that stuff. I finally got the hang of it. It's not scary though. It's pretty cool.
You know what you need? You need dice. You need dice in this chat.
Dice?
Yeah, dice rolling is well.
Oh, I know what you mean.
It's better to just eyes on the prize.
Well, like I said, this wasn't a planned live, so I didn't expect anybody. So the fact that we have 30 people here and you with your Coke, fuck yeah.
Yeah,
go.
now a cold one. Cheers, Deadhead.
Cheers. Here you go. Cheers.
That's just regular water, you bitch. Baby.
I drink a lot, man. Come on, I'm chilling out the drink. I gotta lose some weight, man. I can't fit into most of my pants anymore.
I don't eat. This is my caloric intake, so I'm good.
Fuck.
4 Cokes and that's it.
See, thoughts on Scream 6. I don't think I'm going to see it. Maybe I will see it in time. I know CP and Cody gave me their thoughts on it, and I wasn't really too excited to see it. And hearing their assessment of it, I'm like, yeah, I'll just wait.
Well, you're going to watch it soon.
I'm going to watch it, because of your assistance. So I am going to do that. But
my uncle bought Rudy a ticket, so
yeah. So thank you, Uncle, again for
at a Spanish-speaking theater too. So
the in Spanish.
Well, yes.
Okay.
If you read words on the screen, like in
I love
on a cell phone,
subtitles. Uh-huh.
no,
Okay.
no. Like legitimately, like when somebody they send a text to one another, it's in Spanish.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
Mhm.
Interesting. Okay, I'll check that out.
As long as
They-
you. No, that's not Tiffany. How long ago is that? Isn't she close to like
Tiffany
60?
Amber Thiessen from
Yeah.
Saved by the Bell? That one? I had a big crush on her, dude.
If that's within the last 5 years, I still actually if that was 20 years ago, I still do. What the fuck?
Yes.
Holy shit! Good for
Yeah,
you.
chick, good. I hope you had your arm around her and not like have your hand hovering around her, just like.
Oh, don't teach people how to be creepy at cons.
Well, that if they allow it, 'cause most times
If they allow it.
Well, you know who was really aggressive with me? I've been with a lot of cons. What was this?
Felissa Rose.
No,
Felissa Rose has been known to hug like a fucking beast.
I don't know her name, but she was really clingy to me. She was the redheaded maid in American Horror Story 1, season 1. Oh my god, she was hot. And she was also Rick's girlfriend for a brief moment in Walking Dead. But yeah, she was like, "Oh, okay, cool, all right." So she was nice.
Oh, maybe
But
maybe
the
you were
one,
giving off some of that. MC, you're missing your super chats.
did I?
MC Militia sent one before. Yeah.
Oh, I got that one. Let's see. Okay.
No, MC.
Oh, my bad. My bad. You see, I'm bad with that shit. I am so sorry. Here you go. Any possibility for the wives to be on a live? For me, my fiance will be moving in April or May, so she's going to be on a lot of lives, especially on Rude Advice. A lot of people want a female opinion on dating and shit like that. So she's going to be honest with you, and whether you like it or not. So she's going to be on the Rude Advice and probably this one too.
Oh no, wait a minute.
My lovely love witch.
Yeah, and my wife is in England, so I have a backlog where we did stuff together. A lot of people we raised a bunch of money. This is like mid-COVID by eating one of my very 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 supportive patrons left. We met up with him at a Met game. At a New York Mets game. I'm saying Met too many times now. And he gave us a box of hot nuts or whatever the fuck they're called. There's like 5 different layers.
No, my mind is in the gutter.
Well,
a box of hot nuts.
Well, no, those are in a bag.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Double check that is the dice, and if that is the dice, throw a wrench on that.
Dice, is that you?
If you click on the name and just see what channel.
So it's not just verbally. Let's see. So if I click on her and I say go to her channel, how do I confirm that's the dice?
It would have content on it, and it wasn't created yesterday or today.
Okay.
Sounding, it's dice. It's dice.
Okay.
Just throw the wrench on it.
Okay, you are now.
You've been wrenched.
You've been wrenched. And yeah, that's new slang that I've learned. So there you go.
Yeah.
So yes, my wife, my love witch, will be on.
My wife.
My wife, yeah, she'll be on soon. Wife number 2. Wife number 2. Doing it again after this one.
And not live, but since we're separated, I've been re-editing a lot of Emily's old content and just kind of putting my editing spin on her content. So if you subscribe to my channel, you'll see her quite a bit.
Mhm.
Quite a bit.
Very cool. Very cool.
Yes, the wrench. I call it a hammer on my channel because Dice just does not fuck around. I have some people that like to play with their food before they kick them out. But Dice just fucking Thor's hammer. Just you're fucked.
Oh, I saw that. Yeah, the movie critic. I'm looking forward to that. Its last film is what he's saying. So after this, no more Tarantino films. I do like what?
I can't imagine him doing that.
He's going out on top. He's made up his mind. I totally.
Well, this movie better be great then, because he should have went out after Django Unchained.
No, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I didn't like it when I saw it
Nope.
at the theater. I left the theater like, oh, this sucks. But I've seen it again, and there was one period last year I saw it like twice, 3 times in 1 month, and I fucking love it now. I love
No,
that movie.
no,
It's
because
I
the
love it.
Sharon Tate character is irrelevant in that movie. That Sharon Tate character serves no purpose. Tarantino needs you to know who the fuck that is for it to make
Yes.
sense. Whereas Inglorious Bastards, Hitler was the head of uh the German army, the
Yeah.
Nazis, and
Yeah.
they did show they set Hitler up. They set his character up. So them playing with a multiverse type thing, the character made sense to have that journey.
Okay.
But
Okay.
but Sharon Tate in this movie is just his neighbor who likes to watch movies with her shoes off. Like, how do
Uh,
you set up Sharon Tate? Oh, she just likes having parties at her house.
I see what you're saying. I really
Yeah,
do.
it's like super film school snobby a way I look at it.
Okay.
But I wish if you take Margot Robbie out of that movie, that means we have more Brad Pitt and DiCaprio, which they were so good together.
Yeah, they're amazing. Yeah, I never thought of Sharon
Also,
Tate
the
to being
movie was good too.
a main character. She was just more like a supporting character. The story circled around Leonardo
Yeah,
and
no, of
Brad
course,
Pitt.
but the ending, like
I get what you're saying. But I love it. Having said that, I love it. It's in my top four. Here's my rankings for Tarantino movies.
okay.
One is Inglorious Bastards.
Yes,
Two
sir.
two is Jackie Brown. Three is Pulp
No,
Fiction, and four is Django Unchained, and then Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. I know the Kill Bill somewhere in there, but those are the ones that I love the most. And Glorious Bastards is my absolute favorite. And Jackie Brown, I didn't like at all until recently when I saw it. It's a beautiful movie, man. I
maybe
love
I
that.
need to rewatch it again because it's my least favorite Tarantino movie.
From a screenplay standpoint, I think you'll love it. It's
Okay,
beautiful, dude. It's
I haven't
fucking
watched it in a
beautiful,
while.
man. Yeah, one of the best soundtracks as well.
I'm
But
trying to
Pulp
see
Fiction
it. Go ahead.
but Pulp Fiction is still like one of my all-time favorite films. I think I've seen it too many times. In the allure is kind of washed off, but it's still an amazing film. I love the beginning of that film. And from what I understand, like what's his name? Tim Roth and that one girl, not Angela Bassett. Well, the restaurant couple, that was supposed to be Christian Slater and Rosanna Arquette from True Romance. But they couldn't work it out. It's supposed to be like a universe of Tarantino films and characters all together, but they didn't work out, so they went with a different couple. Isn't that cool? Have you seen True Romance?
I love that movie.
Yeah, they were supposed to be the couple in that diner.
Oh no shit.
Yeah,
That's neat. Emily and I recreated the what the fuck, the Gary Oldman character. We recreated
pimp?
that. Yeah. Oh, I know his name. Why is it slipping my mind? Amanda Plummer.
Yeah, she was Honey Bunny. Well, not Honey Bunny. She
Oh,
was
the actress. Right.
yeah.
Right.
Mhm.
Right. But we had Emily loves doing shit with props and makeup.
Mhm.
So I was Drexel. Thank you, Blue Addict. Fuck, I should know that.
Drexel Spivey. I didn't
Yeah.
know his name.
You just been glocking me up there, the pair of breastises this whole time. I know I'm pretty, but I ain't pretty as a pair of titties.
Oh man, I love that movie.
I love when he says, "It's not white boy day, is it?"
Yeah.
You.
Yeah.
Who did you think you are?
And believe it or not, I didn't know this. The original ending, what's his face? Christian Slater was supposed to die. And they filmed both endings. There's a happy ending where they had a kid, and there's the other ending where he's dead, and she just drove off and kind of had this whole monologue of like, I didn't need you, you messed up, look where you're at now. And she gets out of his car and starts hitchhiking and just goes away on her own. So it was a really bleak ending, but it was the original ending. But Tarantino loves the Hollywood ending that they went with.
I'd love to see Tarantino redo, because he wrote it. I'd love to see
Oh, yeah.
Tarantino especially today with all of his history and
Mhm.
gained experience and knowledge. I'd love True Romance as done by Quentin Tarantino be his swan song, because that would be awesome. Or
There's a cl
different. Maybe I'd hate it. I don't know. Maybe Tony Scott understands Tarantino more than Tarantino understands Tarantino.
maybe.
Tony Scott also suffered from Lewy body dementia.
Did he?
Yep, him,
Wow.
Robin Williams.
Jesus, man.
When
Wow.
you go down the Google hole, you get
Yeah.
you get really dark.
There's a clip I was watching, like I said, True Romance, the ending. And there's a scene where this one guy's like, I need a hospital. I need a hospital. It's like, screw you. We'll call you like a morgue or hearse. And it's Chris Penn. He's got a gun. He goes, this
Yeah.
is for Cody. Pop, I got to clip that for one of our lives.
I
Cody, because we know a guy named Cody. So I thought it'd be funny
it's
to
funny
have that
you
scene.
say that, because I have something in addition to artwork, I have something coming up for you.
Ooh.
Because I
I'm
mean, your name's not unpopular, but we'll say that much. So there's a couple actually.
Very soon. We're gonna do that very, very soon. I know.
Hey, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, you're gonna be.
Am I out of
involved
the
in that,
band?
too. No, you're still in the band. You're still in the band. No, like
Shit, man, I missed
that's
one meeting.
The Last of Us kind of took a priority, but at the same time, I just booked so many interviews for the Root Advice podcast, and I was so busy with that, so I didn't have time to make anything. So I just put out a couple videos, like my Rocky rankings, and
I think all of us just had like really, really rugged Februarys, right? February into early March.
yeah, and the baby and things like that. So I'm
Yeah,
still like
yeah.
juggling a whole bunch of plates and things like that. So this is my impression of juggling, even though it looks like something else.
It looks like juggling. This
Okay.
is
Well, I'm
more
ready.
like something else. Look at how frayed my fucking Band-Aid is. It's
Oh
like,
God, that's
well, the
disgusting.
cordyceps.
Take
Ah!
that. But yeah, February was tough, and I still have like a huge slate of calls and interviews for the Root Advice podcast. So things are going great. You know, it's funny how things work out. I love movies, and again, sometimes I struggle with like, do I really want to make a video about Scream One? I mean, what else is there to say? I mean, I know people want to hear from me, which is fine, but sometimes I struggle with that. But you know, when I get an idea like that, my comic book movie that I'm talking about, why I fell out of love with the MCU, that one's coming along great. I'm like,
Yeah,
I'm having
see,
fun with this. Like, yes, I got
I
something to say.
my
Got
my
to keep
my
typing.
tiny little entry into the comic universe was my Nando movies, who's he started this thing, greatest scene in the MCU, and I picked a scene from Avengers Endgame, and I did a video for it, and I you know, kind of
Hmm.
dollied up the production, and it just
It
like a
did well, huh?
brick. No, it did not. So I was like,
Oh, it bricked.
fuck,
Okay.
I can't even exploit this shit.
Well, I mean, like I said, you got to stick
Art's
with
not
it.
into it.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, there's videos that have done really well for me, like the Hulk video. So I did a few videos similar to that, and I never picked up my Thing video. I did a Thing retrospective, and that's still one of my most popular videos. I get comments on that all the time, and I go, okay, so I did like 5 videos in that exact same format, and it didn't pick up. So
Yeah,
that's weird how it works.
it's frustrating.
It can be, especially when you put so much love into it and hours into it and thought and everything. But again, it is what it is. It's not. I don't think it's luck though. It's really consistency and just putting things out there. Because if the algorithm doesn't see that you're consistently putting content out there, it's not going to support it. So, and plus, you got to be doing things that are on people's lips, like whether it be bitching about She-Hulk, how Willow was canceled because
Yeah,
Willow was so woke. I didn't even see. I love the original Willow. I hate Disney Plus. I don't even subscribe to Disney Plus, but I heard
dude,
Willow, the show was so bad.
my wallet really wants me to just embrace that like anti woke shit, because
Uh-huh.
I know the formula. It's just so easy.
Yeah.
It's woman bad, POC bad,
Yeah.
LGBTQ bad, woke,
Uh-huh.
all of it woke. What is woke? It's all of those things. That's it. Rah!
Woke.
And then you get angry about it and say, regardless of what the truth is, Avatar 1 is the most unsuccessful movie to make $2.9 billion ever.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
What did she get hacked or something? What the? Oh, she used YouTube
Oh,
emojis.
yeah. I thought I
And
was
they didn't
having a
translate.
stroke. I was like, what?
Did she have a stroke?
I'm like, no, I thought I was having a stroke. Face, fuchsia, tongue. Face, fuchsia, tongue. Face, fuchsia, tongue. Face, fuchsia, tongue.
I should just put it up and read it like it made sense, just to kind of fuck with you.
Just like, throw like flashing white lights in front of me. Ah,
Oh God! But no, yeah, you're talking
yeah, I
about
know.
wokeness.
Spawn.
Wokeness. Yeah, I know that's kind of way to kind of raise emotions and such like that. But
Well, it's the algorithm. The algorithm is drama and
bitching.
like rage culture, like
Yeah.
ranting and shit like that. And I know the drama side because, boy, I've had
Yeah.
a few tea streams of my own. But,
you,
I don't
me, and
like that. I don't
me,
like
you,
having
and Cody should
artificial.
start an artificial, like a made up,
Oh,
like a
don't say it in
skirmish.
front of everybody because I've genuinely thought of.
Oh, you're
doing that.
serious? Oh shit! Okay, my bad.
I'm
I'm kidding
genuinely-
everybody.
Yeah. Well, no. Now everybody's like, no, they're doing a thing for money.
Yeah.
They're doing a thing for money and clicks. Don't believe it.
Like drama, right? We can write up a script.
If Brian wasn't such a saint as he is, he's
MySpace
yeah,
is
he
dead.
he won't even curse.
Brian won't curse.
Brian won't curse, but
Oh.
he took Emily. He picked Emily up from one place and brought our luggage from Scotland to her in England, and it was just a huge favor. And he took a selfie with her, and I wanted to like start this rumor that like
Oh,
they were
you cheeky monkey. Okay,
they were in
I
a
see.
tryst, but nobody will believe it. Nobody will believe it on like so many levels.
Okay. I didn't see Hocus Pocus 2, and I didn't see Hocus Pocus 1. I'm that old guy. Again, when Hocus Pocus 1 came out, I was already a senior in high school or like a junior in high school. And so that was like a kid's movie when the Hocus Pocus 1 came out. So I didn't see it, but I know there's people that are younger than me who saw that and grew up with that and have that nostalgic, tether to that. So I get it. I just never seen it. I never did.
Oh, if you're that high, you don't want to hear my score.
There's your answer.
It got better on your second viewing?
Hey, he likes what he likes. That's all you can say.
Fucking Cody. All right, fair enough.
Hocus Pocus 2, I'll forgive you, but I'm telling you, I was a senior in high school, so I saw it as a kid's movie. I wasn't gonna go see it. No, I was like, nah.
Dude, is it me or like it's hard to say this because we're not kids, but it feels like kids movies when we were kids are better than kids movies now.
Ooh, like what do you mean? Like be specific. What do you mean?
Non-Pixar, like super high budgeted shit.
Yeah.
Or is that just nostalgia classics? Because the 80s, like even like pick me a film from John Hughes. Just go ahead, pick me one.
Planes, Trains, and Automobiles. I just saw that recently.
I don't know if that's a kids movie, but
Home Alone.
Movie. Yeah, great movie. Match it with something that happened recently.
Well, I don't get what you're asking. So match Home Alone to a kids movie today?
Our generation, like anybody who was young before the 2000s.
Oh, okay.
Or live before the 2000s.
Okay.
We had better movies, I feel.
Oh yeah,
geared towards us than they do now.
Yeah.
Because they're just saturating the market with stuff that should be rated R, but they're making it PG-13 to get the 17-year-olds. And they're like, I feel like modern movies in the last 10 or 15 years, they don't really speak to teenagers with respect.
They don't. That's a good point. When my son was younger, again, when he was like between 8 and 12, he loved the Diary of the Wimpy Kid movies. There was 3 movies that came out, and those are great. I did enjoy those, but then they redid it, and I didn't like the new ones. But I did love that. But you're right. Other than Pixar movies or Sony Animation Studios, there really isn't a lot of kids movies. Because in my day, we had The Dark Cauldron, The Secret of Nim, We had what else? We had that one movie where Macaulay Culkin was killed at the end with bees. My Girl, you remember that one? That was a kids movie.
Yeah, that was
And
a
they killed that little
drama.
fucker at the end with bees.
That was a sequel, wasn't
No,
it?
there was My Girl 2 where she went to Detroit or something like that.
Oh,
But there
all
was
right.
My Girl 1. That was technically a kids movie.
Dude, The Good Son, where he was a little shit.
Yeah.
That was gnarly, that movie.
Yeah.
Him and What Could Have Been Me.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Do you know the story about Elijah Wood and I?
Are you being serious?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
I was a child actor. Go ahead, laugh, because you seem to laugh every time I say young or child.
My mom had me young.
I don't know why the fuck that's so
It
funny.
just sounded funny, like a setup, man. By the way, I've seen that movie. I love it. I got a lot of balls. Anyway, that's my Dangerfield impression.
But I was an actor, a child actor, and I had decent work in commercials and stuff. And my first real break was I had a third callback for a film called Forever Young with Mel Gibson.
Oh, where he was put in an ice cube or coma, like it for 20 years or something like that.
And
Yeah,
I lost to Elijah Wood.
Wow. So you could have been Frodo.
I could have been Frodo. Yeah.
You could have been.
Instead, I'm a dodo. I don't know. But yeah.
Holy shit, I didn't know that, man. Wow.
Yeah, I think I did a live watch along of I was on Ghost Rider, non-speaking role with
With Nick Cage?
What?
No, you were on Ghost Rider with Nick Cage?
Writer. It's from the early 90s.
Oh, okay.
It is a made for kids fucking PBS show. A lot of the stuff that I was in was cut, but not the karate scene.
Wow.
And if you ever want to play 6 Degrees of Kevin Bacon with anybody that's in Pet Sematary, I was with Blaze Burdell in Ghost Rider. So you can connect me to anybody that's, just spread from Pet Sematary out, and you can connect it to me.
Holy shit.
Because Blaze Burdell
check you out.
and her sister, they're actually twins.
You're just full of surprises, man.
Am I?
Yes,
I think I'm full of stitches.
You're full of shit is what you are.
That too. I'm full of soda.
Let's do this. I'm sharing screens here because I want to go down this kids movie list. So I googled kids movies from the 80s and 90s. So let's just go down the list. We have number 1 as Goonies. Who can forget Goonies, man?
Stand by me, dude.
Yeah, that's a great
one. You want to talk about respecting the age of the audience?
Yeah.
You could be 8 and really get the point of that movie and really enjoy it.
Yes.
You could be 50 and understand and really get it, because that's like nostalgia for you.
Are you talking about Stand By Me?
Yeah, it took place like what, in the 50s or whatever.
Yeah.
So if you're a boomer, like you have nostalgia, even if you don't, like nostalgia always like adds 2 extra stars for most people. Little Monsters, fuck. What the fuck is that doing at number 3? Is that ranked or just a list?
Greatest kids movies of the 80s and 90s according to IMDb. Again, I'm not affiliated with this list, but I've never seen Little Monsters because that came out in 89, and I'm not gonna fucking lie, I was scared of Howie Mandel's makeup. I was 12 and I was scared of the makeup, man. But if you watch that movie now, it's kind of creepy. I mean, some of the special effects look very creepy, and the way they're lit at night, it can be. This movie could not be made nowadays. Kids would be shitting in their pants. Look at that. Look at how that's lit, dude. That's not like Scully or Sully in the movie.
See, now you're disrespecting a potential audience.
Kids could not hang with that movie.
What is whoever made this list is a Fred Savage simp. That's for sure.
Well,
two of the first 4 movies have Fred Savage in them.
Well, The Wizard is fucking awesome, dude. I mean, come on. That's when we first got to see the Super Nintendo Power Glove, and we also saw Super Mario Brothers 3.
I think I have a grudge against that movie because of the Power Glove, and I was one of those, I fell for it, and because my birthday's in February, it was expensive. It was like $120.
Of course, it's sacred in your house. So no, I'm gonna put that under the no shit file. Of course it
is. But I begged for the Power Glove, for like I was like,
Yes.
I know it's expensive, but how about it be a birthday and Christmas present, and you can give it to me like in January or something?
Uh-huh.
And the thing sucked.
It did. It never worked.
It
It didn't work.
sucked.
It didn't. You
I,
couldn't punch
I
Mike
just ended up
Tyson's
using
punch
the
out.
controller like
Yeah.
on the thing. I was just like, this is the worst Christmas
Yeah.
/ birthday ever.
Doesn't work at all. But just to see it nowadays and have it like maybe in a trophy case is like that's the what you if you own it, that's the best way to have it. But it was a piece of shit when I was a kid.
Yeah, no,
It never worked. I wanted it for Mike Tyson's punch out, and it didn't fucking work.
you have $100 shovel is what you have. If you need to do yard work, that's a really good.
Hey, I've never seen Lambert.
Neither have I.
Hey,
High five.
I'd never seen Lambert.
That
Let's
and
see.
somebody keeps telling me to watch the original Doom before the second part comes out, and I was like, nope.
The Dark Crystal. That's
I
a
haven't seen
trip,
that.
man. You've never seen it, man. That's Jim Henson on acid.
Some of the
So,
stuff like
It's
like
pretty dark shit, man. They got
well,
like these huge creatures that look like something from Silent Hill, and they suck the essence out of these little Muppets. Like, we want your essence.
yeah. So that's
Pretty fucking grotesque.
that's old school. Like I was too young for that, and I was always watching what my uncles were watching because they again, my mother had me as a teenager. Is that less funny?
Worse.
It's worse. So anyway,
Oh, shit.
she was
Okay,
the
go ahead.
oldest of her siblings, and her younger brothers like were essentially like I was like the youngest brother of them, and they were on to like horror movies and shit, and that's how I actually grew to love horror movies because like they would let me stay and watch with them just as long as I didn't act like a fucking 5-year-old, which I was like, all right, cool. I get to see boobs and the weird guy in the hockey mask.
Yeah.
But yeah, I missed out on regular kid stuff. Like I remember kids talking about Back to the Future 2
Yeah.
in like I don't
Oh,
know,
I love that
kindergarten
movie.
or something like that. And I was like, yeah, I saw Pet Cemetery.
Pet Cemetery 2 is more gruesome than part 1, in my opinion.
Yeah.
From the gore factor wise.
I haven't I think I sleep on that movie a bit. It's been a while. I should pay proper respect to Mr. John Connor himself.
You should. So Dark Crystal, everybody. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty dark shit. Kids nowadays couldn't watch it; they'll be too scared. I promise you that. Willow, I saw once a very long time ago. I know there's a young what is it, Val Kilmer? Yeah. Yep, there's Willow. Then we have the Mighty Ducks, which I never saw because at that point I figured I was already a grown ass guy. So in high school, I'm a sophomore, motherfucker. I'm not gonna watch no kids movie.
That may
So-
have been my start to that may have been my gateway drug to hockey, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. And
I'm
I
a
remember
better
they
goalie
actually
than Goldberg, though.
because the Mighty Ducks of Anaheim wasn't a team before
Yeah.
this movie. So
Yeah.
this movie was so
And what-
popular they created a team.
What pisses me off is they changed the jerseys in the movies to match the jerseys that the actual team had. And I want the actual team to wear those fucking green, those stank ass green, yellow, and purple jerseys. That I love it when sports teams wear fucking weird colors. Like the
Yeah.
Cleveland Browns. Like, you're wearing brown and orange.
It's nasty.
If it's not October, you're so just not in season.
Well, hold on. Dice, I think I've seen that. I think it was on Showtime. Was Shelley Duvall hosting it? I think is that the one with Jeff Goldblum plays the wolf? Like, tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna blow your house down. You know, I'm huffing a puff. You see, it's literally Jeff
Is he
Goldblum
ever
as the
out of
wolf.
that is he ever
He's not
out
even
of
acting. It's just Jeff. As a matter of fact, I'm not going to play because of copyright. But if everybody gets a chance after this after this live, Google Jeff Goldblum as Big Bad Wolf, and you'll crack you up. Okay, The Sandlot. How can just screw these two movies, Home Alone 1 and 2. Everyone's seen it, but The Sandlot, of course, we forgot about The Sandlot.
again, another coming of age movie.
Yeah,
Stay tuned. I don't know if I'd put that down.
I didn't ever seen Stay Tuned.
It's
It's a John Ritter film. Okay,
it's out
I saw
there.
Problem Child.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hook. Hey, Hook was good. I love Hook. Hook's a great one.
Toys.
I never.
Oh,
saw
Mrs. Doubtfire woke woke ass trans shit. Nope. Nope, not in this house.
Have you seen the Mrs. Doubtfire trailer edited to look like a horror movie?
No.
You have to check it out. Whoever did it, it's like a 3-4 year old video. It's pretty cool, and it makes sense because you see like the mask on the table.
Yeah, I
and
have
it kind of
tennis.
looks like skin.
I'm gonna volley. Have you seen the Shining done as a romantic comedy trailer?
Hold on. Okay, Dice. Now with you. Say it again, CP.
Have you seen The Shining done as a romantic comedy trailer?
No, I got to look that up too.
All right, so we'll in the chat we'll trade
We'll swap.
respective trailers. Yeah.
Okay. I was waiting for The Princess Bride. I thought that'd be higher because again, that's
Cody, your household doesn't count.
What's he talking about now?
He said, I
just jump
started
on the
talking about-
live if you're going to be in the chat. Just jump on. God damn it. Okay. Was it you started talking about sports and immediately 5 people left? Princess Bride. I love that one. I love that film. It's freaking amazing. Love it to this day. E.T. That's a great one. Mac and Me. Have you seen Mac and Me?
I try to disremember it, which is easy
Awesome.
for me. But
Explorers. Yeah.
no, yes, I'm getting lost on some of this shit. I was never an Ernest guy.
What about The Last Starfighter? You had to have seen that.
No, too young, too young.
Oh my God, The Last Starfighter is awesome. Ernest goes
Again,
to camp.
well, the way you were with
Yeah, because
so my uncles were like young teens by that point. So I don't think The Last Starfighter was in there in their wheelhouse. Again, I was watching fucking like Friday and Nightmare on Elm Street movies at 4.
Jesus, man.
Just as long as I kept my mouth shut, I was allowed to stay.
Because your mom had you young.
Well, because she was at work and they were essentially babysitting me, but it was like, motherfucker, we're not watching any of your stupid kissy for cartoons or anything. This is what we're watching. You want to watch it because there's tits. That's what they said. And I was like,
I guess I want to see tits.
Yeah. Just don't do anything stupid. And I fucked up as a baby. I dropped something at the table. Like the whole family was at the table. And I said, shit. And they're like, where'd he learn that? And I was like, oh, no. I think movie night's out for me. Shit.
Oh, fudge. Right?
Little kids saying, shit.
I didn't
but
say
I got points because I knew when to say it.
There you go.
Well, you used it appropriately, but still go to your room.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids is good. I love that.
Have you played that game? Oh, you're not a game player, are you?
I do play games. What game are you talking about?
There's this game that is essentially Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, where you're tiny people in a backyard. Like I keep seeing trailers or something for it, and I'm like, hey, it's Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, only the video game.
Interesting.
And it legit, if you watch the trailer or anything for it, it looks like it's like obviously they're not able to use names and whatever, but it looks like it's in that same universe.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't seen that yet. I've been so in Dead Space world, I just totally kind of blow everything off.
Yay! The boss is coming.
Who? Oh, holy shit! Okay, here we go. Now it's on.
Watch the viewer count.
You folks are in for a treat. Yeah, of course the
quintuple.
views are going to go from 22 to 800 because Mr. Pretty Boy showed up with his.
I've been
fucking
here.
thick-
Oh,
Anyway, Never Ending Story. Never Ending Story. That's on my workout soundtrack.
really?
No.
Oh,
No.
I mean, I don't know. People
Hey,
work
I'm
out the
not-
weird shit.
Yeah. But yeah, that was a great movie. I remember actually being and again, that's another thing with kids movies back then. They didn't give a fuck. They taught you about life and death when a Atreyu's horse died in the
That's what I'm
swamp of
saying,
sadness.
man.
Yeah, like come on. Like we fucking cried as kids, man. They wouldn't do that nowadays.
They taught you how to deal with emotions through movies.
Yes.
Like movies were your fucking parents in the 80s, man.
They were. And they
Now
did
they're
not
like,
hold back.
too sensitive. Well, we don't know if death has happened yet. You could be the one.
Yeah.
You could be the one that
Sebastian. Please say my name. My name. Whatever the fuck her name was. What was her name? Encore or some shit like that?
Oh, you want me to remember names? I don't remember nine, 7.
All right. So yeah, I'm pretty convinced. And after this list, I don't know how long it is, but then we'll go to kids' movies from the 2000s and compare. I'm pretty sure it'll be a slaughter. But of course, Back to the Future 1 and 2. My son's 16, and those are his favorite movies. We're talking movies the other day, and he said those are his favorite films by far. And they're done almost 35 years ago, dude. Christmas Story, of course. The Addams Family. How can we forget about the Addams Family? That's the best depiction of Morticia and Gomez ever, in my opinion. Had a huge crush on Angela
I'll
Bassett.
give you that.
And Angelica Houston had a big
I was
crush
gonna
on
say
her.
Angela Bassett. What the fuck?
Well, her
What
too.
did you watch?
Yeah, she's got some nice guns, man.
Well, she was in Addams Family.
No, but I got the names confused.
Hashtag Adam Family so white.
Addams Family, yes, and freaking amazing movie. And I love Gomez in that. Of course, what's his name? Raul Julia.
The documentary about my channel, Free Willy.
For my pants.
Get it? Free? Because
I know.
Will Escredia? Come on.
Yeah. Hey, I thought you were talking.
Come on. I'm full of dad jokes.
My mind went elsewhere. My mind went elsewhere.
I got to do one every 10 minutes or else my heart explodes. It's like
Free Willy for my pants.
What that Jason Statham movie, except the Jason Statham movie, except I have to tell dad jokes every 10 minutes. Otherwise, the thing in my heart stops.
Okay.
Crank. That was it.
There you go. Little Giants. I didn't see that. The Witches. That was great. That was pretty dark too, with the puppeteers and the way the witches transformed. That was fucking awesome.
Wow.
Jingle All the Way.
Yeah.
Jumanji.
Jumanji's a shit.
That's awesome. Good Burger.
Good Burger's a shit.
I know that's got a following. That's just not me, but yes.
Dude, when he says, I know $5, but how does $10 sound? And then they cut to whatever, Cal Keenan, whichever one he is. And he's got a $10 bill. He goes, it kind of sounds like I lost my shit when that happened.
And that's when you knew you wanted to be a comedian. I love The Little Rascals. The Little Rascals is great. That's a great movie. Is Ghostbusters, would that qualify?
Joe, there's a blowjob in that movie. What the fuck?
There's a paranormal blowjob in that movie. Yeah. Well, how the tables have turned.
Greetings.
Hello there. Why are you looking so hauntingly at us?
No, my camera with my little box light is sitting behind, and it was moving my webcam because I just pushed my monitors back together.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I know this was a last minute impromptu thing, so thank you folks for joining and watching this, and you two gents for coming by. Pretty cool. And we're talking kids movies of all things, dude.
Well, Code, you missed it. Code, go ahead. Say what you said in the chat about your household.
Yeah, my kids' movies were definitely better when I was a kid because all of the movies from my youth that I've introduced to my kids, they rewatch those 10 times before they'll watch anything from their generation.
Yeah.
I literally witnessed them throw on Big. Like
Tom Hanks
out of choice. Yeah.
Wow.
I was like, shit.
That was my 6-year-old's pick.
Yeah. I was like,
you know what scene I love about that movie? We're talking about how they didn't hold back in those movies. I love this scene where he's by himself for the first time, sleeping in that apartment, and he hears people fighting outside, and he just starts crying by himself.
No, the TV's playing, like he's watching like some sort of cop show or something like that, and bang, bang, bang.
No, he hears.
So he turns it off, and then he hears it out the window, and he's like, "Oh fuck."
Yeah,
and he just cries by himself because he's alone for the first time ever, dude. I fucking love that scene.
Yeah, I'd made a joke.
Something we would have done.
I had made a joke that was the last night that CP was here. And that afternoon, me and my wife were going at it a little bit, and so whenever we were watching that, I was like, "That was CP hiding in the other room while me and the wife were talking."
You're just crying
at the corner, like.
No, I think I fell asleep. I'd hate to tell you what I thought you guys were doing. It certainly wasn't fighting.
No.
Hey,
yeah. I was like,
that was Saturday.
Oh, filming. Got it. Okay.
Oh, I like how this comments when I share, but just blocks Cody. That's pretty funny as hell.
Yeah, switch
Cloak
me
and
and Cody,
Dagger,
for fuck's
yes,
sake.
that was actually for folks who don't know, that was filmed in San Antonio because Henry Thomas is from San Antonio, so that was filmed all over the Riverwalk. And so,
Rudy.
FYI, yes,
Rudy, seriously, switch me and Cody. You could
I
do
don't know
it.
how to do that.
I don't.
Yeah,
I don't-
you pull our squares.
it doesn't matter.
You can pull squares.
Yeah.
Okay, let me how do I pull it? I'm trying to pull. Hey, there we go.
There you go. A long
You're
way
so,
to do
you're
it.
so
but you did it.
sweet. You're so sweet, CP. You're so sweet.
Well, my voice is all you need, baby.
All right, so we left off at the Little Rascals, and then we have Ghostbusters 1 and 2, which I don't think they're kids' movies, but they're great
The second
movies.
one is more childish.
The second one's trash. I don't like part 2. It's horrible.
Nobody likes part 2 until you try to say that 2016 and that one are pretty close, and they're like,
Yeah, yeah.
"Fucking Ghostbusters 2 is amazing. Fuck you."
Pretty close.
Mhm.
What? By how many football fields close?
What I saw somewhere, I don't know what video I saw, but I read that Bill Murray was so against doing Ghostbusters. He was like, I'll fucking do it, but I'm not going to wear the outfit. So that's why, like in every scene, they're all in gear. He usually has like a trench coat around the uniform because he didn't want to wear it. He was being that
Yeah.
much of a dick. And I'm like, this motherfucker, dude. It's because of him we never got a true part 3. So I know he's renowned as one of the great
Well,
comedians, and
it's
he
the
is,
same
but I think
thing.
he can be an asshole.
It's just like Harrison Ford wanted to die. He's like, kill me. Kill Han Solo.
Yeah.
And they were like, all right, come back for
Bill,
like 10
Bill
million
Murray's
and-
widely known as being an asshole.
Mhm.
Yeah.
I think it was Seth Green, not too
Throwing
long
him in
ago,
the trash.
was telling a story about he was in his seat. He's like, "That's my chair." And he's like, "The fuck you talking about?" He just put the kid in the trash.
That's so horrible. It's funny, dude. That's funny.
He said he had Eddie Murphy of all people. He's like, "Listen, Bill's kind of a dick. Just be professional. Do your thing."
God, man. Did you guys ever see Harry and the Hendersons?
No.
Yeah.
It's a great one. The actor who plays Bigfoot is the same guy who played the Predator in the
Oh.
movie. So he's like
Jean-Claude
6'1".
Van Damme?
There are similar shoulder movements. Yeah, all right.
He's got a cool name, and I forgot. It's all like it's got 3 names, but it's all 3 first names.
John Lithgow is a fucking good guy too.
No, let's see. What's his name?
Boring.
That's a hell of a range that guy's got. He's got
Fucking
like
A,
family
man.
stuff. He writes children's books and children's music, and then you get shit like Trinity Killer, and you're like, "What the fuck?"
And
Okay.
he does it convincingly too. You're like,
Yeah.
dude,
Yeah,
what-
he also was a villain in Ricochet with Denzel Washington. And
I love that movie.
Cliffhanger.
Hmm.
He's great in Cliffhanger.
A lot of people
What
like
the-
Raising Cain. I think that movie's weird.
I don't remember that one.
I don't think I've seen
De
Raising
Palma.
King.
Where he's
I
got
don't
like
think I've
4
seen
different
that.
personalities.
Yeah, no,
I
haven't seen
remember
it.
the cover, but I don't remember seeing it.
I've seen it twice. It's odd.
The movie's about a family who goes camping and they accidentally run into Bigfoot with their car, and they just didn't know what to do with it, so they tie Bigfoot on the hood of their station wagon and take him home, and he becomes like a family friend. And they try to protect him from hunters. So, good movie. Good movie. Space Camp. I remember that one. That's great. Did you guys like Babe, the pig movies?
I never did.
No, no.
No. Yeah.
No. I
Space
had the
Camp is
first
cool.
one on VHS, but no, it was never a movie I rewatched.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know the quote though, that'll do, pig, right? That'll do.
Yeah.
We all know that
What
quote
it's from.
right? Yeah, but then I cracked up when I saw Zombieland. And
I was gonna say I know it from Zombieland. I don't know where
Yeah.
the fuck it's from. He's
that's
like,
what made it funny. He was on
he
horrible
goes to
goodbyes.
apologize. He's like, "That'll do, pig." That's the little fucking apology I've ever heard in my life.
Oh man.
TMNT.
Yep. I heard that the film, when they started production on this movie, it wasn't because of the popularity. I mean, it was part of the popularity of the comic, but it was more the tone and the look was based off. Let me rewind that. Blah, 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 blah. The movie was made because of the popularity, but they were going off the comic book as the sole source of how it was supposed to look. And then they tried to cartoon it up and make it more kid friendly in post to do some reshoots because the cartoon had taken off. So that's why the look of it is so dark. It's supposed to match the comic.
Well, plus they were Batman had just made a ridiculous amount of money right before that.
That too.
That
That
very dark fucking gray looking movie.
A lot of dudes with their wolves. I didn't remember White Fang or
Yeah, whoever
Iron.
made this list is a big Fred Savage fan and loves them some wolves.
Rookie of the Year.
White
Did you guys see
Fang.
that?
I did.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites.
Really? Okay.
It's a kid
Gary
from
Busey, American Pie.
Yeah,
That's what I knew him from. He
American-
did that, and then he
yeah.
did the kid in Aladdin's palace and the kid in King Arthur's court, and then he shows up in a sex comedy, and I was like, hey, he grew up.
Yeah.
He's talking about cum. You can't do that.
First scene of the movie, he's blowing his load into a beer cup. I was like, oh shit,
Oh yeah, that's right.
things have advanced since the 90s.
It was 99. Oh, you
Oh, it
might have
was,
seen it
yeah.
later. Yeah,
Okay, there you go.
right. Fair enough. Fair enough. I
Kevin
get it.
Peter Hall. Thank you, Devon. That's the name of the actor who played the Predator in the werewolf, the Bigfoot.
Mm.
The Secret Garden. I don't remember that. The toy. I did love the toy. They couldn't make that nowadays, but I did love the toy
Why can't they make it nowadays?
because Jackie Gleason buys Richard Pryor as a toy so his son can play with him.
Oh. Oh.
His son is a rich, spoiled kid.
I wonder if you race swap it, if they would call that woke.
Maybe, but it's still a funny movie. But again, at the time, you didn't know any better. So
Just
Ladybugs,
Sidekicks.
yeah, this list is kind of meh.
well, again, it's the 80s, 90s kids movies. So
Mhm.
I love Ladybugs.
Yeah, but,
Sidekicks,
like-
I actually saw at the movies.
Ferris Bueller counts. I haven't seen that yet.
Is that a kids
Uh,
movie though? It's more like a teenage coming of age movie.
Yeah,
Dude,
that's
I used to
wouldn't say
cut
it's a kids
school
movie.
in middle school.
The toy was the best. It was
What
the
about
best.
Uncle Buck? That's a kids movie.
Is it
Dutch,
though?
that's a kids movie. Come on, I'm winning.
Green Ninjas, the Coneheads.
Where's Brian to
Matilda,
argue with? Because you bitches won't fight. Let's
Flight
go.
of the Navigator was great.
Heavyweights, classic.
Of course, Pee Wee's Big Adventure. Fuck yes, I see that all the time. That's one of my most quoted movie ever. Yeah, so there you go. Those are the 63 films. So no John Hughes movies. CP.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
that list's a
no,
little
Uncle Buck.
funky.
At least
No-
Uncle Buck.
No Disney Channel original movies either.
Yeah.
Horseshit.
No. Let me
No.
see. Kids movies
Why don't you
from
stop
the
watching
2000s.
Fred Savage? Shit. Send that guy a message. Stop watching Fred Savage shit.
Yeah, look,
And-
like
and
Little
wolves.
Monsters being up that high. Like I appreciate that bold take, even though it's still pretty high. But then The Wizard at number 4, I'm like, come on now.
Dude, I have PTSD from that damn fucking Power Glove shit.
But
Yeah,
you have
me
to admit,
too. Freddy's
you have
dead.
you have to admit, Drop Dead Fred. That's another movie that was similar to Little Monsters. I remember that. Phoebe Cates was in that one.
Mhm.
But you have to admit, Little Monsters is a little dark. I mean,
It's
No-
very dark.
most kids
It's
couldn't
very
watch
dark.
that
That's
nowadays.
why
It's
I
pretty
love it.
spooky.
That's
Yeah.
why I love it. I showed my 6-year-old, and that was all she watched for like 2 months.
Oh, she didn't get scared? Of course she didn't.
No.
Okay.
No, she's like I was when I was a kid.
Like,
Oh, I
this is
qualify
cool.
for free internet.
Cool. I'll say this is the 50 best movies for kids movies
Okay.
from the 2000s.
All
Okay,
right,
let's
I'm-
look at this.
I'm curious.
Let's see
Watch
why
the
not.
quality and us knowing what the fuck they are.
Rio
drop.
number 2. Whew.
Toy Story 3. Okay. That's good. I did cry at the end. Rio.
That's what I'm saying. Oh boy.
Wizards
oh,
of
boy.
Waverly Place
Wow.
the movie.
Wow,
over
we're-
the
we're-
top.
I'm
That's a
3
good
in
kids
and
movie.
I'm tapping out.
Yeah, we're
Right,
off
I'm
a
by it.
cliff.
Wizards of I don't even know what that is. The
That's a
Smurf.
Disney
Oh my
Channel show.
god.
And Yogi Bear. Is this ranked or is this just like
Yo.
random assortment?
This is just from IMDb, the same source that I got it earlier. So
Oh, it's from
Mr.
a
Fred
user.
Savage?
Okay.
okay.
He's
let's
got
see.
1 so far. 1 for 2, 1 for 3, 1 for 4,
Smurfs.
1 for 5, 1 for 6.
I
2 for
holy
7.
shit.
Yeah, he likes that busted ass
3
era
for
of
8.
Disney Channel.
My kids are more Nickelodeon kids. Are like, fuck Disney. See, I've been fuck Disney ever since the early
Yo.
2000s, man.
Fucking straight to video movies he's got on
High
here.
School Musical. You see, this is not my generation, so I have no emotional connection to any of
Right.
this shit. So
Yeah.
Not mine either, and I was 10. Oh, 2006. I was 16. Okay.
Enchanted, Monte Carlo.
Whoa, what's
The
with the
Lizzie
skirt
McGuire
there? What
movie.
the fuck?
I'm telling you, man.
What am I looking at?
Montana movie.
Looks like we see way too much of her thighs. If that was her thighs that we were looking at on the poster.
Shrek was good.
Yes.
Yeah,
Shrek is
first-
great.
I'll give you
First
that.
two. First two are
Yeah.
great.
Great anti-Disney movies. I love that. Third was horrible. They made it ever
Shrek
after?
And Shrek was good for the adults too. Like, they
Yeah.
had like
They
wink-
snuck little
winky
winks in there.
them.
Yep. Pulling catnip out of a little bag of his back pocket. That's not mine.
The hardest part of me, I'm not gonna lie, when I first saw it, the hardest laugh that I had in that film is when the beginning. It's a character that doesn't have any lines, but when they have all the fairy tale characters kind of like being arrested, and they have like the three little bears. They have Mama Bear, Papa Bear, and Baby Bear, and I think they have Mama Bear in jail.
Mm-hmm.
And
then later on, she's a rug.
She's a rug. I'm like, this is so fucking dark, man. I love it.
What about when he's talking to the mirror, and the mirror's not giving the answers he wants to hear, and the fucking executioner goes to a fucking...
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I'm like, yeah, he's got muscle.
Bridge to Terabithia.
Bridge to Terabithia.
Okay.
Yeah,
you never heard of that?
No.
There's like 2 or 3 different versions. That's where the guy, the boy and the girl become best friends, and they go off in the woods and they create this imaginary land that they go to every single day. And then right before the third act starts, the chick just dies. It's like fucking My Girl, where it's just like, where the fuck did that come from? And then you're like depressed the rest of the movie. She was swinging over like a little chasm to go there, and the fucking rope broke.
Oh, that's like Lovely Bones.
So,
I remember the trailer fucked my shit up. I was like, oh, I want to see that. Oh,
what? Lovely Bones?
Yeah,
that was dark, man. So, Bridge to Terabithia was a teenage kids going to the woods to play. Okay, sure.
No, they're like 10.
Holy shit! Never mind. Okay, never mind.
Disgusting. You got to register.
Spot Kids. Never was a fan of those cars. I think Monsters Inc. was good.
Oh wow.
Kung Fu Panda. Those are all 3 good.
Yeah, Ratatouille was great.
Where's Wall-E? Wall-E's the shit.
Oh fuck yeah, I love Wall-E. Charlotte's Web. I like the original animation one. That's really cool.
Alvin and the Chipmunks. Yeah. I bought all 3 or 4 of those for Bella whenever I first got with Holly, and she had a really bad speech impediment, so she used to call it Marvin and the Chipmunks for like 2 years. She's like, Marvin and the Chipmunks. And we're like, who? Marvin.
Thanks, Dice. I know. I need to keep that the sign over there. I got to watch that. Okay, never mind. Shark Tale. Yeah.
Michael Jackson and the Chocolate Factory.
I'm telling you.
Oh God. Because of Winnie Dinks. I don't know what the hell that is. Tales of Desperoo.
This list is shit, man.
It is.
Dropped off a fucking cliff in 1 decade.
God, man.
I never saw Dragon.
Those are good, right?
Good movie.
All 3 of those are really good. Yeah.
I heard they're making a live action
Mr.
version.
Fox, kids aren't going to get that fucking movie. Get
Disney set a nice trend there. Let's do the same thing, but with real people and make billions.
Christmas Carol, no.
Last Airbender, what the fuck?
I'm sorry.
Freaky Friday.
Freaky Friday, I'll give you.
Oscar winner Jamie Lee Curtis.
Up should be way up. Like that should be
one is woke. Sorry.
John
Travolta in drag. Nope.
Taking roles away from women.
Yeah. And being in drag in general, just teaching people things. Just no. Reading, if you're in drag, is woke.
You got to wink every once in a while so people join in and they don't know the joke. They're like, this guy.
Guys, I'm
he's an asshole.
The anti-woke movement is absurd.
Finding Nemo.
That's me being serious. So when I say something's woke, I'm joking.
It's sarcasm. It's satire.
Yeah. I'm doing them. There's a video I actually put it on my TikTok, which I rarely pay attention to.
How the fuck is Kevin James so comedically brilliant on TV and has horrible movies?
Preach, man.
Aren't they all like his buddy, like Adam Sandler?
He's kind he's kind of like the
the
pseudo replacement for Chris Farley as far as like the Adam Sandler group goes. But like The King of Queens is my favorite sitcom of all time, where I've watched it start to finish probably a dozen times and I still laugh my ass off. But aside from, he had a really good role in Hitch, and I do think that Chuck and Larry is pretty funny. Beyond that, I haven't liked a single thing that Kevin James has done. And then he tried to be a horror villain neo-Nazi, and I was just like, dude, what the fuck? Yeah, that movie,
what movie?
Becky or whatever, where he's a neo-Nazi from like 2020 when there was no movies coming out, and then like the first 3 that came out that were terrible, everybody was like, "I'm so desperate for movies. These are awesome." And I was like, "But
I'm
they're
gonna
not."
have to. He plays a Nazi. What the fuck?
Yeah, he plays a
Mr. Judge.
neo-Nazi. He's got a shaved head and tattoos and shit, and it's
Oh.
like a psycho version of Home Alone that's not very good, and it's getting a sequel.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Yeah. So there's all these other lists are more or less the same. So I'm not even gonna bother. But yeah. So to kind of go back to what we mentioned earlier. Yeah. So the kids' movies that we grew up with were way better than what the shit
Hands
the kids
down.
get out. Hands down.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's animation wasn't where it was now. The only thing that modern movies has is better computers to like animate these movies with.
Yeah.
Our shit is kids acting, practical effects. They actually had to be creative,
Mm-hmm.
Mhm.
not have fucking
And tell a story.
Yeah. I'll have Adobe make it for me. Fuck it.
Yeah.
But
Or maybe
back
like, go ahead.
back in the day, a lot of kids' movies, like the adults that got stuck watching them would still end up enjoying them. I'll never forget whenever Jumanji came out, and I really wanted to see it. I was a big Robin Williams fan. I remember my dad, it was like dragging him fucking backwards by his hair to go see this movie. He was like, fucking God, whatever. And then we saw Jumanji and we're walking out, and he's like, that was fucking awesome. That was a kick-ass movie. That was
Yeah.
great. And he liked it more than I did.
I said that about my
Oh yeah, the
My-
Iron Giant. Yeah, how can you forget that?
my ex wanted to see like the spiritual sequel or whatever, where they go to space. They're in a house and they play a game.
Zathura.
Yeah, Zathura. And I was like, this is a ripoff of Jumanji, but I kind of don't mind it.
Mhm.
Actually, is that the one where Tim Robbins was a dad in the beginning of the movie?
You're thinking of War of the Worlds.
No. It was like the 2 brothers play a game board, right? And their home goes into space.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that Tim Robbins was the dad in the beginning, but he goes to work and leaves him alone. But yeah, it's a great. I did like that movie. That was really good.
Yeah. Yeah. I just remember not admitting it because I didn't want to hear that the ex was right for once. And I was like,
Oh man.
Watching it in your bedroom with a fucking sound on like 1.
Hey, what is that? Nothing. I put on the wrong disc.
It's a trailer.
Yeah, it was Dax Shepard and Tim Robbins. Yeah, man. Devin's got all the he says Johnny on the spot, man. Wow. With all the answers. But yeah, kids movies were definitely better, man. Definitely cried more traumatizing than the animation films that they have nowadays. It's just I mean, one thing that didn't come up for me was Transformers the movie. I mean, I went to the movies. This was a cartoon that I loved and saw every day after when I got home from school, and to see Optimus Prime get killed by Megatron and then all your favorite Autobots get slaughtered, that fucked me up. I'm still talking about it to this day, man.
Do you know that Rocky IV shares the theme for Drago?
Yeah.
Shares the same music as Omnicron?
Unicron.
Unicron?
Omicron. That's fucking
I'm
COVID,
all-
dick.
Yeah.
You
Dude, I've been
just
sick so many
exposed yourself as a
times.
poser, man. You lost all street cred.
Dude, I've had COVID like fucking 4 times in the last 6 months. Leave me alone.
Yeah, like the guy who did like the Unicron song. It's the same thing as Drago's entrance. One of my first videos I did as a Transformers video back in like 2016. I even mentioned that, and so it's like, yeah, it sounds very similar. But that movie was dark, man. And again, we were kids. So all the kids are crying in the theater when we saw all our Autobots get killed.
Yeah,
And it was like nothing. On to the next scene. Like, what? We just spent like 4 seasons with them, and now they're dead. Like, holy shit, man.
I
So
think
it
he
was
added
pretty traumatizing.
violin cues in the Drago version. That's the only difference. It's pretty much like the remix in Rocky IV.
Yeah. Ooh, super chat. Optimus Prime taught me what death really was. Pretty much, yeah. I mean, it was for me. It was the first time I had loved anything, and it died. And he wasn't supposed to come back. But if there's an edit, like a ADR version they did with the movie when the credits were rolling, like, don't worry, kids, Optimus Prime will come back in season 4 of the Transformers. Because so many parents complained, they added that line at the end of the movie.
Isn't that it's voiced by what the fuck? What's his cock? Citizen Kane himself.
Yeah, he was Unicron.
Yeah, that was one of the last
Orson
things he
Welles,
did.
yeah.
Yeah, Orson Welles, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Like there's an interview where he's like, I don't know, I'm voicing some cartoon shit or something.
Mm-hmm.
And then he died. That's what you get, asshole. Respect the work. I'm in some fucking sled movie. I don't know.
I've never seen that movie. I need to check it out one day.
What?
Citizen
Kane?
Kane. Yeah. I know you went to film school and you probably saw it. And you probably
I
wrote
know
it
it on day one. On day
Yeah.
one. He's like, listen, a lot of you aren't going to like this, but it's medicine. You need to watch it. I was like, ugh.
Was it?
Yeah,
Was it medicine?
It's like medicine. You like you need the antibodies in your system so that you can understand shit that they're talking about later, because they did so many revolutionary things in that movie that they do now. And like before that, we never saw the ceiling in a film.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and
I didn't know.
so-
Okay, I
just-
didn't know that.
yeah, just like
So what you're
in-
saying is Citizens Kane is the reason why we have Skinamarink.
Skinamarink, the
good.
fucking remake.
That was really good. That was good.
Yeah, yeah. See, you don't need me.
Hold on 1 second. 1 second. Because again, as I mentioned earlier, guys, there's a huge hailstorm and tornado storm coming to Texas. It'll be here around midnight, so I may have to sign off like in an hour-ish. But Devon wants us to go through the best 80s action movies. You guys good on time? I figured another 30 minutes maybe.
Yeah, I'm good.
Whatever.
I just saw a Screen Rant article. Winnie the Pooh horror movie joins Rotten Tomatoes 100 worst films of all time. So the score has now dropped so low that it is a part of that prestigious list.
You did your
Nice.
part, Cody. Good for
Moving
you.
on.
Moving
Yeah.
on.
I should do a tweet and celebrate that I changed the score.
Let it be. Let
Inside
it be,
joke.
sir. Just
Inside
let
joke.
it be.
Inside joke.
Oh, okay, okay.
Mhm.
All right. So
Yeah,
Devon,
yeah.
thanks for the super chat.
If you were Brian, you'd be speaking another thing, but you're not.
Okay.
You're not.
But I'm not, damn it, okay? Even though I love Snyder.
That's fucking right. Number one.
Best action movies of the 80s, according to IMDb or some user by
That's a
Jason.
different name.
User.
That's a different name. At least
Okay.
we're not going to see Fred Savage on here somewhere.
Yes, I agree. I agree. Yes.
Hey,
First
we're
Blood?
2 for 2.
Mm-hmm.
3 for
Yeah.
3. 4 for 4. All right, this guy's cool. He's my
Cody's
friend.
seen him before I am. What the fuck?
Yeah. Beverly. Whoa. Okay.
That's a comedy.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah.
We're hiding your face, EP. My bad. Okay.
No,
That's a
I'm
comedy.
just saying I couldn't see the. I wasn't saying for my face sake. I was saying for I couldn't see the list.
Yeah.
And we all
number
know the
5.
Beverly Hills Cop was supposed to be Stallone, right? We all know that story.
What? No, we don't. Go
You
ahead.
don't
share.
seriously. You don't. You're not fucking with me? Okay.
I genuinely don't. Go ahead.
Yeah,
please.
this movie was supposed to be a Sylvester Stallone movie, but it was too dark. So they went ahead and Stallone took it
And-
and he went and made Cobra instead. And,
Yeah,
but they
because
still liked
that's such a lighthearted film.
so
Cobra.
they, but they took the concept of Beverly Hills Cop and they kind of just rewrote it and made it like an action comedy and made it with Eddie Murphy.
And then they made it literally dark. But see how woke I am?
Oh my God, sir! Oh my God!
Lying bitch.
Oh, I got two. I got the twofer.
Bitch, are you for real?
You're my number one customer.
We got more here. Okay. Big Trouble in
And
Little
you
China.
blew it.
Hey, Copland! I love that movie.
Yeah, that's on sale. I get these emails from like whenever a Blu-ray drops below $12, Copland on Blu-ray is below $12 right now.
One of my favorite Stallone movies. It's really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah, and my boy, what's his cock is in it.
Everybody's in it, dude. Ray Liotta, Robert Patrick, Harvey Keitel,
Come on,
De Niro,
going. Come on.
Rappaport.
Thank you.
Rappaport,
That's what I was looking for.
Bill Paxton. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just making shit up now.
I was like, my boy, loudmouth East Coaster. Oh yeah, Rappaport.
What the fuck's
Uh,
a Will Screeta?
Yeah.
RoboCop. That should have been higher, in my opinion. It's a
Yeah,
perfect movie.
The tone is all off.
No, it's a perfect movie. Perfect 90-minute. Just
I'm being equally sarcastic as I am about
Okay.
woke shit.
okay. Top Gun,
Every single scene.
Red Dawn, Terminator. Oh, this is a solid. Aliens. Yep. Road Warrior.
I need to watch that
Which one?
Road Warrior.
You've never seen it?
I'm dark on the Mad Max. I've seen 1 and Fury Road. I haven't seen 2 and Thunderdome.
Wow.
Mm.
I
I'll get
couldn't
on
get
it.
through
I'll get on it.
Thunderdome. I need to rewatch
Oh,
it
no.
eventually, but yeah, Thunderdome to me was a big drop off. But the first
Okay.
one's good. It's just old and
Yeah.
very Australian. The second one,
Right.
Better.
I mean, it doesn't have the modern badassery of Fury Road, but the Road Warrior I prefer.
Oh, so no guitarist shooting flames is what are you saying?
Nothing
Yeah,
like
the,
that.
the
No.
fourth
Damn.
one's metal as fuck, but yeah, the second one is. I think the
It's pretty
second one's a little better.
They're like, I got this clip of this band called Rammstein. We're just gonna fucking do that.
We're gonna do that. Yeah. Yeah.
We're just gonna do that on like a truck.
Commando. That was a VHS tape that I wore the hell out.
You ever watch it now and just notice things you didn't notice as a kid? I did a review on it 3-4 years ago, and I watched it frame by frame. And you remember that one scene where Arnold's having that fight with Bill Duke, and they go into the other room, and that one girl like, she's just topless, and that other they're having sex. Anyway, as they're fighting, I didn't notice this as a kid, but on top of the TV, there's like these 4 dildos that are just perfectly just stacked on top.
That's a movie that really got fucked up for me whenever they started putting it on Blu-ray, because
Yeah.
the scene where he lifts up Sully is like, I told you I was going to kill you last.
Cable.
You see the cable clear as day. Clear as day. It's not even fucking hidden. I'm like, oh, you ruined it. Arnold's supposed to be that strong.
I lied.
Mhm.
You know how long I went as a child thinking whenever they referenced cock in a movie that it was shit, because cocky was what young kids called poop. So I just thought they were shortening the word
What young
cocky.
kids?
What
Is there-
country? Like,
Yo,
Caca?
Northeast, motherfucker. That's what.
okay, calm down, man.
Over on the Midwest, we knew what cock meant.
Yeah,
Oh, I'm
we
just
have
dumb.
cock fights down here in the South. So
He means dick.
Yeah, I'm like, that doesn't what? He's gonna put his shit in her? What? I don't understand that.
Oh God.
Did you catch going back to Commando, since we're done with the conversation of cocks? This bring it
Are
full
we?
circle. Did you know that
Caca. Yeah, that's it. That's
no
it.
Bennett in Commando?
Oh,
Bennett, did you see like the hints that he's a sadist as an adult? I mean, you've seen it as an adult. Did you get the hints of him being a sadist? No.
I mean, he's a fucked up villain that wants to murder a child. So
No, just like the little comments they make is like oh, what
John.
yeah. What happened? There's a comment that he says like something killing like sounds like something you get off to Bennett's. He makes some sort of comment like that way. And then Arnold kind of teases him because he knows he likes that shit. And he goes, "You want to put the knife in me?" And then the way he grabs the knife, he's like, "Oh,
He's got.
He's just holding the knife."
Quick, Bennett. You know, you got to put the knife in me.
yeah." And just his
See,
reaction,
Look into my eyes as you turn it.
he's teasing him. He's
No.
teasing him.
And he looks
need
like
a
he's
gun,
about to
John.
come. He's like, I
Yes.
don't need the gun, John. I don't need the gun.
Exactly. Yeah. So watch it again with that lens, and you'll catch all
Fucking classic. That is peak ridiculous Schwarzenegger.
Subtext.
I love the Bill Dukes line at the beginning, like when he's shopping for that Cadillac. He goes in that
Mhm.
dealership. So what do you
The
think?
price.
You go, I like the price. Psh, takes off. Anyway, 48 hours. That's a pretty brutal movie. I don't know if you guys have seen that lately.
Yeah,
I haven't seen it
watched
lately, but yeah, it's
I
good.
watched it for the 82 list, and I was like, nope, not
Oh,
even
you
my
like
top
it?
10. It's dated. It's just dated.
Well, Billy's in there. Billy plays like some pretty cruel motherfucker in that one. Billy from Predator.
Mm.
I've never been a fan of First Blood 2
Why? It's great.
because I like First Blood and First Blood. I like the Rambo movies that are more dramatic. When he, you know, just like with Rocky, where there was that little era there where it was like super 80s. So
Mhm.
Rocky 2 and Rocky 3 aren't really, or excuse me, Rambo 2 and Rambo 3 really aren't my thing. But I do prefer Rambo 3. I'm in the rarity with that one.
No, I love two. I love them all. I mean, seeing them as an adult, you kind of see, you know, the historical like precedent of what they're talking about. You know, POWs with part 2, and then in Russia against Afghanistan in part 3. So I love the relevance of it,
Yeah,
and them
this
tying
movie's-
him into like real world events. So I do like it, part 2. I love them all, really, except for the
Movie-
very last one where he fights the cartel. But I love the one we used in Burma. That was a great sequel.
Mhm.
That was pretty damn cruel as well.
Bloody as fuck.
Keep going. Please keep going. Please keep going. Please
We
keep
don't want to
going.
say I'm Beverly Hills Cop 2.
Lethal Weapon. PTSD over here.
I have to. I think I left a shoe on somewhere. Okay, it's gone.
You hear a saxophone?
Indiana Jones, Temple of Doom.
I
Yep.
never saw Red Heat.
Oh, you never have, huh? Okay.
It's okay.
Mm-mm.
It's okay.
Superman 2. Yeah, it was good. It was good.
Cocainum.
Any which way you can. I never saw that movie.
That's the one with the fucking monkey.
I
That's
think so.
Brian.
And I think that's Any Which Way But Loose. I think that's
Yeah, I'm giving him shit because it seems like he's reviewed like 30 Clint Eastwood movies in the month of February.
He's being subtle about his hint of what he wants to do next for 31 on 31.
You can be
Clint Eastwood
unsubtle about
movies.
it. And I'll be unsubtle when I say "Mm." You got critters. That's it for life.
That's it. You used your one.
Well,
So
what
it
was-
was worth it.
So you don't like Critters? Is that what it was, CP? Or like you were just
None of us liked critters. I mean, the
No.
first
They're
one was
fun
okay.
movies. Yeah.
The first two are okay, but no, Brian, especially for him being the one who's like kind of the more
Yeah, he's the more snotty.
the more snooty, like as
yeah,
far as movie taste
Academy
of the four of
worthy
us.
films.
Yeah, he wants to do the more prestige stuff, and so we were gonna do exactly. See, we were gonna do.
I get it now. Okay.
Yeah, we were gonna do sci-fi horror one year. And we're like, oh, we can do Alien and Predator, and he's like, Critters, and we're like, sure, I guess. And then we
Yeah.
watched it, and he was the blunt of the joke that entire fucking October.
Yeah.
We had all these videos like, we're gonna fuck you up, Brian.
Rudy, if you watch my video, I just like take everything. I use his words against him and just place critters on it because he called Friday the 13th a watered down version of Halloween. I'm like, oh, watered down version of another movie. That's so crazy. And I would just change the images with Friday the 13th to fucking critters to gremlins, and it was just like,
I took clips from his fucking Terminator 3 review. So every time I went to a new Critters film, I just did a little fucking clip of Brian like, you guessed it. Oh, it was great.
Oh man, I have to. I know he came on for a short time with that watch along, so I got to meet this guy again. I know the time zones don't
Oh,
allow
yeah.
it, but
he's fun.
was like-
He's fun.
yes.
Brian
Conan the
is
Barbarian.
more elevated, says Spawn. Yeah, he's elevated.
Roadhouse, that one. I literally just had that on in the background today.
I just watched that again maybe a month ago.
That is on HBO Max or Amazon Prime. One of those two
Mhm.
for free.
I need to see it again. I've never seen it all the way through. I mean, it came on all the time. I've always had it on in the background, but
It's a
It's-
guilty pleasure.
yeah,
it's,
it
it's
is.
silly as all fuck, but it's entertaining.
Yeah, I think I
What
mentioned this on one
blue-
of your lives before, but my favorite scene is when Patrick Swayze goes in the back and sees that guy. Well, I'm on break. You're fired.
Stay on it.
That'd be
Wait,
me.
what's Blue Thunder? Am
I-
I?
It's a helicopter movie.
Uh,
It's like this state of the art helicopter movie where it fights crime. Like in the early 80s, there's like this all like the cars would fight crime, like Knight Rider.
Knight Rider was good though.
Yeah, then let's make it a helicopter. Let's make it fly. And then they came up with Blue Thunder. So that it's just like a high tech thing, Majig. It's even Clint Eastwood had a movie with us like state of the art plane.
Yeah,
I-
it's a toy that turns into a building, but a building that turns into what?
I don't get it.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Yeah, Blue
I
Thunder
don't
thing.
get it. I don't get it.
Remo Williams, The Adventure Begins. Never heard of that.
Yeah. Well, what's going on? We're losing this.
No, on Remo Williams. I don't
No,
I've never-
I'm suddenly I have no reference point to any of these movies, and a lot of them are comedies.
Cobra's good.
Silly as all hell, but
Yeah.
Scarface is not an
Wow.
action movie.
Wow.
The fuck out of here.
There's that movie I was talking about, the state of the art plane, Firefox. So there's another one.
Mm.
Octopussy. I love that movie.
Yo, this list is all over the place. You're being
Yeah,
very,
it dropped off
very-
a cliff.
Yeah, you're
right,
being very
right about
liberal with the
28. It just
Iron Eagle's a guilty pleasure. Raw Deal's okay.
I've never seen Raw Deal for as much
really?
of a Schwarzenegger fanatic as I am. Yeah.
It's a good one.
Ditto. I haven't
Run-
seen the game show on either. Admittedly,
Running Man.
there it is. Speak as
Yeah.
the devil.
I bought the Blu-ray to rewatch it. I only watched it once as a kid, and I didn't like it, so I wanted to watch it as an adult because it seems to be kind of a fan favorite. But
And what's his face is in it too. September.
Jesse Ventura.
No. The Family Feud host.
Oh, he kissed a lot of women. I know who you're talking about.
Richard Dawson.
Yeah. He's like the showrunner.
Oh,
on
well, shit.
Running Man. Yeah.
Good. I can convince my wife to watch it with me then.
I love his
You want to
line.
watch this Richard Dawson action thriller?
She's into Richard Dawson, really?
She loves Richard Dawson.
That's
'Cause
hysterical.
She grew up with her grandma watching like Match Game and shit like that. And so yeah, whenever we go to watch Family Feud, she's like, I don't want to watch that one. I want to watch some with Richard Dawson. And I'm like, but the one with fucking Steve Harvey's riskier.
Yeah, I'll give you that. As somebody who would probably lean towards Richard Dawson,
Mhm.
Ray Combs is just so. But
I put on Louis Anderson for her once. You would have thought she wanted a fucking divorce.
oh fuck, I didn't even know that.
The comedian Louis Anderson.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was the host whenever, like my generation, whenever that was playing on TV. So I
Ugh.
knew him as the host. I didn't realize there was like 5 variations of that show.
Oh, you know,
Oh.
Steve Harvey. He knows how to sell a
Mhm.
shitty answer. That's for sure. Just
Mhm.
staring like, the fuck is wrong with you?
It's up there, Steve. No, the hell it ain't.
I never-
Ding!
I remember watching Running Man, and you know how they had those little commercials for featured games, like climbing for dollars and things. And I remember thinking as a kid, they're never going to do that. That's too violent. And now we have like a fear factor and shit. So it's like, hey, they were just ahead of the game, man, ahead of the curve. They
Mhm.
called it
Well, there's this
Action Jackson. That's a great one.
there's a long form movie documentary talking about how in the 80s and 90s they were trying to tell us with villains in movies that we need to change, and essentially that the most recent Bill and Ted remake was that message that you need to do something, not just wait for
Yeah.
the change to happen.
Mhm.
And it's pretty interesting. I forgot. I think I forgot. Yeah, I'm worthless. I know.
Okay. Troy, thanks for the super chat again. Rickman in Die Hard or Kirkwood in RoboCop? Oh my God.
Hans
I'm
Gruber,
sorry. I'm
hands
sorry.
down,
Yeah.
hands down.
Can you
Yeah.
fly, Bobby?
Yeah.
Okay.
No. Bitches leave.
Yeah.
No.
Bitches leave.
Yeah.
yeah.
There's my answer.
What have we got here? A fucking comedian.
Shoot the glass.
Bitches leave.
So there's my answer. I mean, that's a tough one. I mean, of course, the
You-
popularity,
You
the
can
popular
name,
answer is going to go to
name
Rickman,
the award, Alan Rickman. Best villain in an action movie. Best Alan Rickman award goes to.
Mhm.
Mr.
He's the
McLean.
fucking shit in that movie, man. Oh no, you're one of them, aren't you?
Crusade, that's good.
Hello,
you know,
that's a
I like
finished
the the Timothy Dalton Bond movies. They're more violent.
I never made it to them. I bought the box set and I planned on watching all
Check
of
them out.
them leading up to whatever No Way to Die. I
Yep.
made it to the first 15 minutes of Thunderball, and I was like,
No, fuck that.
I can't do it because usually the 2 top picks for best Bond is either Daniel Craig or Sean Connery. Everybody loves the Sean Connery age, and all of them. I mean, even the ones that I liked, I was just like, this is hard to get through. And then I knew I had like fucking 12 Roger Moore movies to get through. I was like, I can't fucking do it.
The only ones
As soon as he got on the little jetpack in Thunderball, I was like,
I
was like, nope, can't do it.
yeah.
They're a
when-
testament of their time.
Oh, for
Right,
sure. It's
right,
just
right.
it was just too much for me to go back. I was like, for one ranking video, no, can't do it.
Yeah. But I remember I grew up watching Octopussy. They had it on HBO like all the time.
Mhm.
And it was more like, it was cheeky, it was fun. But then you had The Living Daylights, and then somebody mentioned here A License to Kill.
Mhm.
The tone was completely different. It was like a
What I've
serious
heard,
action film.
I assumed that I would like those better, but
Yeah,
I
check those out.
didn't even make it to Roger Moore.
Mhm.
Well, Pierce Brosnan, it started getting really fucking weird again, like when he was surfing or whatever the fuck.
His little era there was weird because
GoldenEye's
GoldenEye
good.
was
Great.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
And then Tomorrow Never Dies is still fairly serious, but it was like it just wasn't as interesting. And then you kind of get this weird mix with The World Is Not Enough, to where it's definitely more corny Bond, but I've always
Yeah.
loved that one. And then yeah, whatever the fuck Die Another Day was.
Yeah, which is the one who he slept with, that one girl named Christmas.
That was the third one. Fuck, what did I just say?
Yeah,
Lloyd-
the world
Lloyd
is not enough.
Christmas?
World Is Not Enough. Yeah.
Yeah, that was so stupid, so corny.
Thought Christmas only comes once a year.
Yeah. James, right? I never saw Black Rain. That was supposed to be a legit.
Neither have I.
My dad loves that movie.
Really?
My dad
Okay.
is a 80s Michael Douglas fanatic.
Yo, Emily opened my eyes to something that like Michael Douglas is typecast for stalker movies. Either he's being stalked or he's like a police officer with the stalker involved,
Mhm.
or like he's always like there's sexual tension and somebody's
Mhm.
not agreeing to it, and Michael Douglas is in it. Like
Basic Instinct.
That's a beautiful
and
way to
Yeah.
put it.
Pleasure.
yeah, Fatal Attraction, Disclosure,
Basic
fuck.
Instinct.
If she were here, yeah, Basic Instinct. If she were here, she'd have all of them.
Mhm.
And I was like,
Yeah.
fuck, why did you do that to me? I don't, I didn't think of him like that until just now.
He had some of the most intense sex scenes in film, I think. I mean, that I can recall, especially
Alright.
with Fatal Attraction
You're looking
And-
at him?
Basic Instinct.
and
Yeah.
Basic Instinct. Yeah, I mean, those two, man, like they don't make movies like that. And when's the last Hollywood movie we saw
This
that
shit-
had a sex scene like that?
Dude, the
Yeah.
90s were
The shit
can
in
remember.
Basic Instinct is like, were they actually fucking? Like, how do you fake
Right?
it that hard? Like his
Exactly.
face is buried in there.
Hmm.
yeah. That's why I think, well, I don't know.
Anyway.
Why do you need sex to that degree? Like, I
Not
will
about needs.
I will
about
side
wants.
with I will side with Hollywood, or like why? All right, we get it. They're fucking. You don't have to like, or should I say I side
But
with
in this
the,
one, they're really fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah,
the MPAA. That's
yeah.
that's-
It's
you get
like,
2 thrusts. Otherwise, it's getting an R.
He moaned X.
Yeah.
2 nipples. X.
So I mean, but seriously, when's the last time Hollywood has made a major release film with that type of sex?
50 Shades.
I haven't seen them.
That was so
They're
dumb.
fucking
Yeah.
terrible. They're
Yeah,
terrible.
but they
it's
need to
a-
bring that back. I would love to see a new, like, maybe A24, like a new genre of horror, but like sexual thrillers,
A24.
erotic
That'd be
thrillers. Here we
awesome.
go, Blu-ray addict. Yeah, maybe if they brought back erotic thrillers,
One of
like
my-
they were fucking scary but also sexual. I think I'd be down for that.
One of my patrons sent me the Poison Ivy box set,
Ugh.
and
There's
yeah,
more than
yeah.
one.
Ugh.
there's
They made more than one.
4.
They made 4. God.
Yeah, there's one with Drew Barrymore. There's one with
Alyssa Milano.
Alyssa Milano, and I don't know about 3 and 4, but
The
even the first
boyfriend from
one's
Joe, the
weird.
girlfriend from Joe Dirt.
the first one is so fucking uncomfortable to watch.
Dude, they're all
Yeah.
uncomfortable to watch.
Yeah, well, yeah, I haven't seen the others. I'm just going off one experience. But it's
Hence
just like,
why it was sent to
she's-
me.
She's like 17, and you're like in your 40s. What the fuck?
Hey,
What-
like
it
the
reminds me of
Crush
that
was a
movie
better-
with Carrie
better
Airways.
version of all
You
those
remember that
movies.
movie Crush?
Yeah,
With
I
it's the
just
same concept.
yeah,
yeah,
it's similar.
better, but done better with Carrie Elways. Oh, how the
Oh,
fuck?
yeah.
How the fuck did he get carried in that movie?
The claw. The claw's
Oh.
coming to get you.
Oh man, don't worry.
He was actually
I'll
halfway
get help.
decent in that that movie that just came out that they literally hid from Guy Ritchie. He was actually decent in that one, but everything I've seen him in, aside from Liar Liar, it's been pretty fucking rough.
What?
Shannon
No way.
Tweed. What?
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's Joshua Jackson and the chick from Masters of Sex.
I have no idea who they are. Hey, did you
Joshua
know?
Jackson?
I don't know who they are, but did you know they made on CBS a television show based off True Lies, the movie?
No, they need to make a fucking 4K Blu-ray based off of the movie.
Preach, Disney.
Or how about a Blu-ray?
Yeah.
Yeah, or put it on Disney Plus at 4K, like something that one of my
Something
uncle's
that's
friends
watchable.
could do everybody else a solid with, and
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Tango and Cash taught me Fubar. I didn't know what
Me
Fubar
too.
meant until
too.
that movie. Yeah. The great
Yo.
movie, and it also introduced me to Terry Hatcher. Like, oh my god, who is that?
Mhm.
Brrr.
Tango and Cash might be my favorite buddy cop movie.
Hmm. That's a good one. I don't know. I'd have to think
might
about
give you
that.
that.
It's great.
I love Sylvester Stallone. I love Kurt Russell. I think they work so well off of each other. I love that one line where they both meet up at the same crime scene. This is my case. What makes it your case? I've been on it for 6 months. That makes it my case. Well, that shows how fucking stupid you are because I've been on it for half an hour now, and here I am all caught up with you.
It's a great movie, man. It really
Mhm.
is. I need to check it out again, but I loved it. It's again, don't take it seriously. It's just one of those fun movies. But buddy cop movies, man, I need to think about ranking that. That's a good. I don't know if you've done that yet, Cody, but that's a good one to look into.
I have not. Yeah.
Buddy cops. Sudden
I'm
Impact. Never
smitten
saw
for
that.
Lizzie Kaplan there, Mr. Addict. I might if they recreate Fatal Attraction. I had Basic Instinct in my mind. Whoops. I was going to say if they recreate the interrogation scene, I'm all about Lizzie Kaplan doing that.
Wrong.
Yeah.
Boy.
Above
Boy.
the Law. That's a fun one.
I've
You
only
ever
been
go
away
back
from
and
my
watch
list.
Steven Seagal, the way he just kills everybody in his movies? It's like so damn brutal, shoving thumbs in their eyes.
I refuse to watch Steven Seagal movies,
Why? Because he's a
Yeah.
dick?
past, present, and future.
Because he's a dick?
Well, just because he sucks.
Okay.
Yeah. He's probably of all the action stars from like the 80s and 90s, he's the one that I've watched the least of. And I've gone back and tried to watch even just the first Under Siege, and just his personality turns me
Dude,
off
he's
so
got
much.
no charisma. It's just like
It's all of the behind the scenes stuff that I've seen.
Yeah.
Every video of him, every account from everybody that's ever worked with him is like, that guy's a fucking asshole.
Everybody
And
hates
he
him.
talks shit about every other person but himself. It's hard for me to look past that.
It's like
where he's
watching a
so
Willis Creedy video.
unlikable. Yeah.
oh wait, what?
Mhm.
The only
Oh.
movie with him that I still like because I loved it from, I saw it in theaters with my dad was Exit Wounds. It was one of the last movies that he did that was actually theatrical with DMX.
Oh, was that with one of the Wayne's brothers or something like that? I don't
No,
remember
that's
that.
Anthony Anderson's in it, and
You racist. What do you think? All black people look the same?
so funny
Well,
story on that. So my grandma, God rest her soul, from a previous generation, she was never racist, but she still had a little bit of that older, like, she'd say some things and it's like, whoa, what the fuck. She went to Walmart one time with my my stepmom, and she came back with this little DVD set for my dad. She's like, hey, I got you a DVD set of Danny Glover movies. I know you love Danny Glover because of Lethal Weapon and everything else. And my dad looks
I
at
can't
it.
wait.
My dad looks at it, and it's like Black Cobra 1 through 7, and it's Fred Williamson. And my dad just roasted her the whole night. He's like, you racist old bitch. It says Fred Williamson, big as fuck, across the side of the DVD set. And so anytime from that day forth, whenever there was a black guy in a movie or something, we're like, look, Mom, it's Danny Glover.
Well, dude, to be fair,
Hilarious.
like that SNL bit, Dylan
Yeah.
McDermott and Dermot Mulroney,
Yeah.
fucking they're the same person. They're black people, or
Yeah.
shit, white people. Fuck.
Oh man, I gotta send you guys like a montage of all his kills. They're like ridiculous. So
Yeah,
like,
but
this-
that like he still makes like he's like the Redbox star now. He keeps making like a bunch of garbage action that like he makes 5 movies a year
Mhm.
that go straight to Redbox, and he's like the butt end of jokes now. Where apparently there are some movies where he's like seated. And
Mhm.
he's like wrestling guns out of people's hands, like he won't even be bothered to stand up. It's like, Jesus, man.
Oh man, yeah, I've seen. There's like a skit on TikTok. I'll send it to you, but like they're just joking that he's not even trying in his fight scenes and how he's holding the gun when he shoots
Yeah,
because he knows
yeah.
they're gonna add the digital effects. He doesn't even try. Oh man,
I really wish I had like the videos for reference, but I don't.
yeah.
But
Last minute live, hey, just
Yeah.
was gonna go live and just talk about shit, and then here we are. How did this happen?
we're just talking about shit.
Talking about shite, man. Yep. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Yeah, Dice.
Ugh.
There you go, Dice. I'm telling you, Dice Roland is the Hans Gruber of online chat. I'm gonna say it. The goat.
Thinks he's a shit. Yep, that's true. Are you a fan of Resident Evil fan or something? Both. I think I'm more of a Silent Hill fan. That's why I can't wait for the part 2 to come out again.
Thank you for your service, Eddie. If that was you
Um,
in that picture.
Eddie's vlog. Yeah, is it? Yeah, thank you for your service, sir. Appreciate that. But yeah, I love both. Again, from the PS1 days, I played both, and they're it's tough to kind of put them side by side. But if I were to pick, I'd say Silent Hills because from a psychological horror standpoint, and Cody knows this, I like that shit. Like Jacob's Ladder, Session 9, I like that stuff that really gets in your head and messes with you. And Silent Hill does that. So it's not as scary as far as a jump scare goes like Resident Evil is, but no, the psychological piece on that is just, it freaks me out, man. So yeah, Silent Hill by a landslide. And I can't wait for that remastered version to come out or the remake.
Oh, are they going to touch it up?
Yeah,
They're
it's
doing
coming out with
Silent
comedy
Hill.
this year.
Yeah, but they're doing two. They're doing two first. I know. Silent Hill, the first one was my introduction to survival horror, so I will always have a special place in my
That's
heart.
Chihuahua.
I was gonna say
That was a
somebody-
disagree from the
Hold on
dog.
second.
But yeah, I always will have a special place in my heart for it. I don't think there's any comparison though. Resident Evil all the way. I mean, Resident Evil has been making quality games for decades at this point. They've literally set the standard for what the survival horror
is.
or just action games in general too. I mean, you look at
Well,
Resident Evil.
4.
Resident Evil set the stage for what everybody else is going to do. Resident Evil 4 did the same thing. Resident Evil Biohazard to a certain degree did the same. And now the Resident Evil 2 remake, and now everybody's doing that. Silent Hill hasn't done dick since the Silent Hill 3.
I think
Well, remember
you mean
Silent Hills? They were going to do
96,
that, but
John.
Konami fucking dropped the ball.
Yeah.
I mean, we were all excited for Silent Hills,
Mhm.
so it took them a while to get back on board.
Or
Yeah.
playable trailer. Fuck
PT,
you assholes.
Mhm.
Do you
And
guys
then
wanna
Resident Evil
comment on
said,
that?
"All right, we'll just do that game."
Thank you for the super chat.
The only thing I know him from is from Dusk Till Dawn, so I can't comment. I never
Oh
watched.
yeah.
I never watched any of the Black Cobra movies on that little DVD set. Typically, when you get 7 movies for $5,
Mhm.
not a good sign.
You get what you pay for.
Hmm.
Yeah. The movie that's coming out too. I can't wait for that. And I like that they have. Is it Christoph Waltz, who was the director? He did the first movie, which I love.
Hmm.
I know it wasn't a huge commercial success, but he did a true testament to the material, and I not wait for that.
That's
And
pretty
again,
good.
Thanks for
I'm-
the super chat.
I'm going to age myself here. People think that Resident Evil came out in '98. It actually came out in '96.
Mhm.
96,
I had it day one, and I remember saying, "Oh, 2 years from now, Raccoon City. Where the fuck is that?"
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was such an awesome time. That was the
Oh,
first game
dude.
that I ever was scared to play. Ever.
Dude, it was one of those things that like all I saw was pictures in a magazine. Back in those days, you had to read a magazine and just look at a picture, and you
Yeah.
had no idea of frame rate or any of that shit.
Mhm.
And the hype was legit because it was out in Japan already as Biohazard, and I just bought it day one, and one of my buddies came over, and I don't know, we did not sleep that night
Yeah.
for a myriad of reasons. I maybe 7 hours into that game, and we both jumped at like once the dog jumps through the window in that
Yeah.
like first hallway, we both jumped, and we're like,
Mhm.
"This game's fucking awesome."
Mhm.
You're like 2 rooms in.
Mhm. It felt like you were like in a haunted house in a way because the music was really dark and atmospheric, and then like the way the cameras. I know people don't like the fixed camera positions, but
Yeah,
you walk into a room and you see yourself and you hear like
yeah.
off the
Because it's-
camera. It
it's like-
terrified you.
It's simulated 3D. That's why, because
Yes.
you're not really 3D. You're against the set was already there. Like it wasn't
You froze. Oh, no,
interactive.
sorry.
Oh,
You froze and you're like, like that for a second. It was awesome.
no, I just needed a rest. What did what did I say? What was the last thing you heard me say?
I don't know. I was focused on your face.
Okay, check.
We're talking about Resident Evil, and you said it was the simulated 3D. I think is what you're talking
Yeah,
about.
so like they couldn't really do things with the controls because you're basically playing against a backdrop. So like
Yes.
you couldn't interact with the environment, like the 3D parts. You could tell like a ink ribbon fucking thing would shine,
Yeah.
and it looked like it had shadow to it.
But it was awesome. It was awesome, man. I mean,
Oh, man.
again, just knowing that something was off camera, you're low on ammo, and you're blinking in danger.
And
just
Cody
hearing
says
that,
it best. Whenever
but it
you
was,
whenever you stock up on bullets and shit. You're like, oh, fuck.
You hit that room and you're like, fuck yeah, ammo. Oh shit, wait.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
Yeah. I said that whenever I was streaming Dead Space, I was fucking getting pissed. And then I got to a room where all of a sudden it was like a goddamn armory. I was like, oh god damn it, what am I
Yeah.
walking into?
I just beat the Leviathan, Cody. It took me 3 days to beat that fucker.
What?
Yes, I'm not used to the 3D and like and going in 0G and messing with it.
Dude,
So you
these
know
are
what I
video
did?
games now.
This is what I did. So before going into that room, I didn't lift off and go into 0G. I just saw everything blinking. So I just got with my magnet and pulled
Mhm.
all the inventory over before starting anything. So I was stocked up
There
with
you go.
oxygen and everything. So I'm like, now I'm ready. And I just killed it fast. But
Cool.
yeah, I know what you mean. You go into a room, you're like, oh yeah, I needed this health. And then you go into this huge room where it's like, it looks like an arena with like pillars. Like, oh shit, what the
Mhm.
fuck's happening now?
Dice. Here's 10 health packs. I'm in danger.
Yep.
Mr. Super Chat here. Remakes included favorite RE game. You say
So
for
remake.
Close second is the RE2 remake.
I would say reference my video. I did a rankings with Cody collab, one of our first ones. I ranked all the
You
movies, all the
fucking
games.
shill.
Hey, I'm promoting it, man. But I'm
The
right
guy
now.
paying for it, man.
I
Give
know,
him what
but
he
I'm
paid
gonna
for.
give him a fucking answer if you let me. I'd say right now the I'm gonna say ours is Resident Evil 2 on the PS1. That was my favorite experience.
You listen to scores. You're the score buddy of mine, right?
Yes.
Do they have music from any of the Resident Evil games?
Fuck yes, they do.
I'm hoping one, like on a vinyl or a soundtrack or something like that.
I'm sure they do, but I'll listen to it on Spotify. Like I have my
Oh,
Silent Hill-
really?
I have my
Okay.
Silent Hill score. I have my Resident Evil score. I have my Metal Gear Solid score. I
And
play
they have
that.
it from the OG 98
Mhm.
96 version.
And sometimes they
man,
have
check
like
that
they have like an orchestra playing it, and like, well, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, I don't mind cover bands. It's all right. You know,
Mhm.
it's not like I need to hear anybody singing any shit.
Yeah, but I love the Silent Hill score. It's so moody and shit. I play
Yeah.
all that dark shit all the time, man. So
I'm with you. I need something as far as stimulations. I can't have quiet. So,
me too. And I can't have anything with lyrics. Only if I'm trying to write something or focus.
right,
If it's got
right,
lyrics, it'll
right,
fuck me
right.
up.
Yeah,
That's why I play scores.
that's why you need animals as leaders. Holy fuck!
Is that a band?
Yes.
Animals as leaders. Okay, I'll look into that.
Holy shit! Animals as leaders. CAFO. CAFO. There is your gateway drug, sir. You're welcome.
Okay. Thank you for the super chat again.
Definitely.
Who's better? Oh, that's
Oh, we just
subjective.
kind of gave the answer away, didn't we?
Yeah, and we none of us think hold Seagal in any regard, high regard. So I'm gonna go
I
by
haven't-
them.
I haven't seen Steven Seagal do a split on a fucking kitchen counter, so
Mm-hmm. Or
Time
fight.
Cop's underrated, man. Underrated.
Time Cop's
Mhm.
great, man. But a Bloodsport, man, that's the movie, dude. That's the movie.
Hard target. Like that one too.
My mama took one.
Punch a cobra in the face. Psh.
Mm-hmm. I love Lance Hendrickson in that movie. He's such a great villain.
Yeah.
I want to quote it, but I can't think of anything right now. But
That's what my brain does all the time.
I know, right on the spot.
I
I
have
not
something
think
to
about it
say.
when the live's over. I'm like,
But,
fuck, I should have said that. I wouldn't have been funny.
My brain's like, fuck you. I just
Mhm.
have images in my head, no words.
I don't think I've seen one. Oh my god. Yeah, check out Bloodsport. That's what started it all.
Time Cop.
Time Cop's a great one.
Yeah, you got Ferris Bueller's girlfriend in that too.
Mm. Worst video game movie.
Hmm.
Worst.
All of
Resident
them.
Evil.
Those are guilty pleasures. As bad as they are, I do like them.
The ones that are. What's the last one? The
la-
last Jovovich
the
movie.
last two are pretty terrible. I have a lot of fun with the first four. Yeah, the final chapter and Retribution are both pretty shitty.
There's one where she's just like cloned, and it's just like, all right, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's-
the final
it just
chapter.
doesn't matter.
And then it doesn't actually end. She's still kind of,
Yeah.
she's like, I still got more work to do. And it's like, okay, well, fuck.
Yeah,
it's not the
you've
final
been
chapter.
saying that for fucking 5 movies. What?
Yeah.
There's nothing.
I'll tell you the movie. It might not be the worst because most of them I haven't seen because I've never heard anything good about most of them. But the one that pissed me
Yeah.
off the most because of the series of events regarding it was the House of the Dead.
That was so
So
bad.
that
Oh.
movie came out, and I loved the little light gun game. And so, you know, when you're a kid, you don't
Oh.
fucking know that,
Yeah.
you know, you're just like, oh shit, thing I recognize. And so I remember begging my dad, and we even went to McDonald's at one point and had lunch with my uncle and my cousin. I was begging them, trying to do any little manipulation I could, like, please take us to go see the House of the Dead. And they never did. And I was fucking bitter about it. And then it finally came out on DVD, and I rented it. And my dad has always had like professional stereo equipment and shit like that. He's always been a big audio whore,
Mm,
vinyls and
I like
CDs
your
and
dad.
everything like that. And so he had this stereo system that was always hooked up to the DVD player. And I went to put in the DVD or whatever, and I walked out of the room, and then the fucking DVD menu came up, and the volume was turned up all the way on his stereo somehow. My little brother or somebody like must have grabbed it when because they were, you know, crawling around in babies and stuff. They must have turned it all the way up, and so the fucking sound boomed when I was out of the room, and I ran back in and turned it down really quick, and my dad freaked out, and I was like, it was on that way. I swear to God, I didn't do it. And we went to go play the movie, and for some reason, sound was only coming out of one of his speakers. And he was pissed the whole fucking night and was angry, and, you know, was taking it out on me a little bit because I was the one that put it in. It's like, you fucking blew my goddamn speaker, son of a bitch. And the next day, come to find out, there's a little dial that you can swap or that you can push on the thing to kind of set where you want the sound to be. Typically it's in the center, or you can push it forward, and it's just the forward speakers. It was pushed just to that one speaker. And so nothing was wrong, but yeah. And so there was so much drama and bullshit. And then I finally watched the movie, and it was fucking dog shit. And I was like, all that for nothing.
Cody, you've left a long lasting impression on me. That's
Did
all
they
I'll
have the
say.
cheese ones?
No.
The cheese ones are 10 times better.
Oh, come on, man.
They're good. They're good. Throw them in the air fryer.
Yeah.
Real quick, I have a list of the worst video game movies ever made. So 20 is Sans
Prince of Persia was a huge disappointment, man. That could have been the next Pirates of the Caribbean if they did it right.
Huh. I didn't know they made DOA. Wow.
It's a fighting game, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's known for girls and, you know, who are just
Titties.
just playing volleyball. That's all there's.
Yeah.
Yeah, that goes without saying. Need for Speed. I didn't know that. Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh my
existed.
God, that's
That was-
right.
You get that
I
after
was
Breaking
post
Bad.
Breaking Bad project.
That was so disappointing. I was like, oh, he legitimized it. It's got to be good.
Oh shit. I love
Oh,
Afterlife. That's a good one.
Yeah, Afterlife's fun.
Yeah, it's a fun one.
This is the worst.
Yes.
Okay.
No, I disagree with that. Lara Croft's good. I mean, from
I don't
the
remember
time,
anything about it.
yeah, it's okay. I
Oh,
never
the
saw Assassin's Creed.
potential- the
God, that
potential
movie's
on Assassin's
ass.
Creed.
Assassin's Creed was ass.
Doom.
Assassin's
I
Creed.
have fun with Doom. I haven't seen it in years, but I remember having fun with that one. It translates the game like shit because it has nothing to do with hell. It's just like, oh, it's a zombie virus. But
Uh-huh.
it was fun seeing The Rock back when he actually wanted to play villains.
Mm-hmm. Max Payne.
Max
I never saw that.
Payne. Oh, that's another movie I got a fucking
No.
painful ass story with. God.
I never
Went
played the
through-
games.
Went through so much hell to see that, and I finally did, and I was like, oh, fuck you.
No.
Street Fighter. That's a guilty pleasure. That's a
I
good
used to
one.
watch that a lot when I was a kid.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I
How
remember
much time you doing for that guilt? Fuck.
Yeah. It's not that bad. I mean, it's bad, but it's not that bad.
good.
They made it for kids, but the audience was teenagers and people in high school. But they made it for kids. I think that was a big disconnect. But it was.
You know what video game movie? I'll be surprised if it's not on this list, but I used to love it as a kid. Double Dragon, and it's horrible.
Oh, maybe I don't know. We'll see.
It's horrible, but I used
That
to
was
love
Robert
it.
Patrick.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
God.
got the jet blonde hair, and he's like he has the little fucking invisibility power where he goes into the shadows and shit, and
Mm-hmm.
it's bad, but I used to adore it.
Silent Hill. Yeah, that one's shit. That one was total shit. Wing Commander. I didn't even know that existed. Postal. Oh, there's that Hugh Boyle director.
Uwe
He made-
Boll,
yeah.
he's made like 15 of them, and they're all
Yeah.
known to be the worst.
Hitman.
He made
Oh.
House of the Dead. Dick.
Blood Rain. I never seen that.
I never saw that either. Uwe Boll.
Yep.
Uwe Boll.
Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. Shit. That was pretty bad.
Oh, I remember taking my dad. Well, not I took my dad. He took me to go see it in the theater because I loved the original one.
Hmm.
And yeah, as a kid, I never understood how bad it was. I used to rewatch the shit out of it just because I was easily entertained. And then I watched it once as an adult, and I was like, oh my god,
Part 1 was great. This one was shit. Total shit.
yeah.
Chung Li, I didn't even see that one. Let's see. House of the Dead.
Should be number one.
Alone in the
Alone in
Dark.
the Dark. Christian
I did-
Slater.
Didn't even see
Juve
that.
Bowl.
Yep. Oh, super chats. Here we go. I'm gonna end live in about 10 minutes or so because that storm, huge storm's coming in. It's
Mhm.
gonna hit about midnight, and winds are picking up. So I'm gonna end it before I just want to check everything real quick. But
Oh,
Troy, Desert Island, Stallone or Arnold, filmography wise, I would choose Water. But if I had to pick filmography, I like Stallone. Stallone, you were talking Rocky, we're talking Rambo, we're talking Copland. He's a great writer and a great actor. I know Arnold's probably going to win the popularity contest, but I would go with Stallone.
Stallone is definitely the better actor, and of course, there's a lot of talent there with the writing and everything like that, and directing. I think Arnold has a better slate of movies.
Mhm.
I would pick Arnold.
I
CP?
have to go shortly. I'm being loud.
Yeah, me too. I know we got
Oh,
the storm is
okay.
coming in, so we're going to end it like after this couple super
What?
chats.
What did I miss? I'm sorry.
Oh, if you're on a desert island and had to pick a filmography, what would you pick, Stallone or
Oh,
Arnold?
what I'm looking at right here.
Yeah.
Ooh, Stallone is probably more solid, where Schwarzenegger probably has better peaks but worse valleys.
Very true.
So I don't know. I feel like maybe Stallone has a bit more
I think Stallone has way more
range.
alleys.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah. Stop or My
Well-
Mom Will Shoot, Oscar. There was a whole
Rhinestone.
era there where, especially from the end of the 90s until he came back with Rocky Balboa. There was a whole, he, aside from Copland, he was non-existent for like a whole
Yeah.
15 years there.
I liked him in Copland.
Basically,
the
really, Arnold
2000s.
only started to have some stinkers after he was governor.
Yeah. No,
And
after
then-
True Lies is
I
when they
like
started going
Collateral
bad.
Damage,
Then he had
actually, you know what?
Junior,
I like Collateral Damage. I have fun with 6th Day.
Eraser. I didn't like Eraser.
End of Days. I have fun with Eraser.
Mm,
I don't know. Like I said,
That's a hard question.
Stallone, I would say, is probably the more talented of the two for sure. But
Mhm.
Arnold, I think, has a better collection of movies.
I'm picking Stallone just because of the Rocky franchise. That franchise is one.
That
of
is
my
the hard
favorites.
one to lose for
Yeah.
me, where I'm like, ooh, shit.
I think if I'm on a desert island, I want a
Food,
bit more in choice.
gasoline.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, why do I have these movies? Can I just have some bread? Or
No!
something, please?
You want variety?
Stop it!
It's not a
Uh,
doom.
Demolition Man. Thanks, JDev. I think I'm going with Stallone because there's more like drama, action,
Mhm.
comedy. Granted, shitty, but I don't. Well, other than that
You
one
guys
where-
know the
other than
story.
Maggie.
You guys know the story behind Stop or My Mom Will Shoot.
Yeah, Arnold tricked him into doing it. Yeah.
You heard that one,
was
CP?
No.
Oh, I'm surprised because you'd love it. So in the 80s, especially Stallone and Schwarzenegger were like just rivals. They were not friendly.
Right.
And it was just about who can have the bigger box office, who's got bigger muscles, everything like that. And so the script was getting circulated for Stop or My Mom Will Shoot. And he had just had, Kindergarten Cop, had a lot of success with that, and Twins. And so Arnold read it and was like, this thing fucking sucks. And then Stallone, they called him and they want him to do it. So he calls up Schwarzenegger and he's like, hey, you seen that script for Stop or My Mom Will Shoot? Like, you thinking about doing that? And Schwarzenegger's like, yeah, I think it's awesome. I think I'm actually going to do it. And Stallone hangs up and calls I'll do whatever you got to do, but I want to be in this movie. So he tricked him into being in the biggest
man.
flop of his career.
Fucking grimy.
I love the fact that they're really close friends now. So it's got a good little ending there. But yeah, that shit's hilarious. And when you hear Schwarzenegger tell the story, it's even funnier.
their competition was so like competitive. Like when they made
Mhm.
Commando, I want a bigger knife, so they made him a bigger knife
Mhm.
compared to the Rambo knife.
Well,
so
even in Twins, he walks up and it's the poster for Rambo 3, and he's like, and walks away.
yeah. Or like in the Last Action Hero, where they're at the Blockbuster, they see the Terminator 2 poster, but it's Stallone.
Yeah.
It's one of his best films.
Yep.
You're 2 super chats behind.
I know. And I'm gonna end it. Okay, so there. Thank you for the super chat. Why Scream the only solid
Keep doing
horror?
super chats, and he can't end it. Life hack.
Well, yeah, that's true. I'm gonna have to, right? I'm not a big fan of Scream. I know that it has its fan base. I know it's
consistent, but
it is consistent, and
it's waning.
it is waning. I haven't seen 6 yet. I will again because somebody's uncle got me a ticket.
Yeah.
But,
Whoever said their first watch it was an 8.5 and their second watch is a 9.
Yeah.
I desperately want to talk to you and ask how the fucking improved for you. Desperately.
I think part of the reason why Scream has remained so solid is because they haven't just rushed into shitting out a bunch of sequels. Like we had a 10 or 11 year gap between 3 and 4, a 10 or 11 year gap between 4 and 5. And I think that's part of the reason why 6 has so many issues is because it was, less than a year turnaround.
Very fast.
But 6 movies. I mean, how long did it take for Friday the 13th to get 6 movies? 6 years.
All right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Always the
They were
first.
the next one while the movie was out in theaters. So yeah. So it's solid. I mean, to some, yeah, but it's just for me, it's like I said, when I watch it, I have a good time, but it's just nothing I just gravitate to. So thank you for the super chat. Let's see here what other ones we have. Devon again. Has anyone heard about the Bruce Campbell going off?
I heard where there was the guy that was, they saw the movie, the new Evil Dead at South by Southwest, and he stood up at the end during the Q&A and said, "This movie fucking sucks." And Bruce Campbell told him to get the fuck out.
Yeah. I saw that on TikTok.
No shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a guy trying to get attention or something. He's like, "This movie
Got
fucking
it.
sucks." And then he walked away, and then he turned around, was flipping him off. He's like, "Fuck this." And Bruce Campbell's like, "What the fuck are you still doing here? Get the fuck out."
Yeah, and this guy had like a balcony seat in this theater, so he had some money to get that seat. So this motherfucker,
and I guess he claimed on Twitter that the studio paid him to go and do that. It's like the fuck.
Yeah, why would they do that? Like that doesn't make no sense.
Yeah, you got your 5 minutes of fame, Dick. So
yeah, so we're done with the super chats here. So
all right, John. If you're a subscriber of mine, I'm curious to hear you out. Like genuinely, just my email or at me on Twitter or some shit. I'm dying to know. I'm not trying to be mean about it. I'm fascinated.
You're curious. You're curious.
Yeah.
You're coming from curious. I totally get it.
J-Dev, first watch of Scream 6 was 10 out of 10, and on second viewing it was 8.8 out of 10.
Man, you guys are just generous. 10.
I'm gonna have to
10?
watch that tomorrow. I'm gonna go watch Scream 6 tomorrow and see what all this hype's about.
I don't like when
I think they're
people
just maybe poking shit, and then maybe they're like,
yeah,
talking shit a
maybe
little bit,
it's a
yeah.
little bit of trolling, but like
Yeah,
when
little
somebody
trolling.
says a movie's perfect, I'm like, perfect, huh? 10 out of
Mhm.
10.
I don't know.
Yeah,
Well-
I had somebody ask me why or suggest that. What did they say? I put up my post about Shazam. How I was just like, this movie just solidifies for me that I'm just burnt on these types of comic book movies. There's no enjoyment to be had anymore. I feel like I'm being force fed the same meal. And someone said something like, "Is it just me, or have you been negative on every movie lately?"
Movies have sucked lately, motherfucker.
Well, there's one thing, and I was like, I've seen 14 films in 2023, and 9 of them have 3 out of 5 or above. I love that whole thing. If it's not 5 out of 5, you hate it.
Yeah. I'm a Scream fanatic. That's not a good enough excuse. That's apologetic.
I'm a Child's Play fanatic, and
Yeah.
how many times was I just fucking hand in my fucking
Yeah.
during
So what? Just if they just keep releasing Scream movies, you'll just keep giving them good scores. That you want more from people creating for you, don't you?
Maybe.
Yeah,
They like what they
I
like.
don't know. If you like what you like, you like what you like. But I would, just because they keep making more of a thing that I like, it doesn't like, here's I had this analogy somewhere else, but here's a pie every day for a week, and this one's slightly burnt, this one's undercooked, and What? It's as long as I have pie. Just how was it? Well, I'm a pie fanatic, so now I have food poisoning.
Did you just describe a marriage?
How was it? A
Sorry.
little undercooked this time, sweetheart.
Yeah. Anyway, I seriously have to go, man, because that storm was really kicking in. So real quick, top 3 directors for me: David Fincher, Spielberg, and Tarantino. And favorite fan ever?
Favorite
Fan
film
ever?
ever. Favorite
Is that
film.
a fan film
Favorite film.
ever?
Favorite
Oh,
film
Jesus
ever.
Christ! Y'all guys name your 3 directors while I think about that answer.
John Carpenter, David Fincher, John Hughes, maybe. I don't know. Trying to do something a little off the wall.
Ooh, yeah.
Tarantino.
Tarantino's in my top 10. I don't really have like a hard top 10.
Yeah.
It's just
Yeah.
like, here's 10 of them.
Tarantino, Scorsese, and Nolan. No. Fuck you, Brian. And Edgar Wright. I love you, Brian.
Somewhere he just got out of bed like, oh, like
Yeah. He woke up in a cold sweat.
Oh,
No, yeah. Edgar Wright. Edgar Wright's my third pick.
Oh my God.
That was good.
I'm gonna say favorite film ever. Again, there's so many. So the one that I love that I mentioned earlier in my life is Flash Gordon because
Zack Snyder's Justice League. Oh, what'd you say?
well, that Flash Gordon. Well, that too. It's the greatest comic book movie ever. Goddammit. No, but Flash Gordon since my
Fuck out of here.
since my dad took me to see Flash Gordon, that's the one that I love, man.
Never seen Flash Gordon.
Yeah, you won't like it. Like I said, it's one of those films
I
would
didn't
never
think I would.
recommend.
That's why I never made it a priority.
Yeah. Yeah, so I guess we'll end the live here. So real quick, thank you, gents. I know this was a last minute thing. Like I said, I was just gonna go live by myself and just kind of chat, but the fact that you guys joined made it more special.
Yeah.
So thanks, man. Really do appreciate that. And everybody who's watching, thank you for who watched and came and, like I said, shared the live. This was a last minute thing. I just needed to talk. I don't know why. I just needed to talk. I had some time and wanted to get some things off my chest, and I'm glad I was able to do that with some friends online and here. So thank
Got me
you,
in
everybody.
trouble.
What?
I said, and got me in trouble.
God, you racist. Anyway.
No, I'm talking too loud.
Oh, okay.
Wake the fuck up.
Well, anyway, everybody, good night. Be safe, and I'll see you next time. Peace. What the fuck's that face for?